with you 24 hours a day.
And, you know, see, like now, though...
yeah, you got to lose the weight.
I said to myself, all right, this weekend I'm really going to have, you know, a healthier weekend. I'm going to get up. I'm going to get up. I'm going to jog, you know. And then thank you, Gilbert.
Jog.
And then I realized Gilbert doesn't think I can do it. Right. And then I realized that I got a gig in Detroit. I got to go to Detroit. So, and it's like, you know, all right.
You can still do it. You can still cut back.
A guy I know is flying me up on a private jet to Detroit. And there's food on a jet. And
you don't have to have food on the jet.
What do you mean, though, Art? Who's this guy
There's
flying?
a guy that, well, I guess he doesn't want me to say his name, but I might get into business with this guy concerning my website.
Yeah.
And
he's got a private jet, this dude?
He's a big-time hedge fund guy. Big time.
And he wants to be in the website business with you?
He's not, like, he runs...
It must be a star fucker.
Multi-billion-dollar...
Wow.
Will you let the guy tell a story?
He runs a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund, and he you know, he likes the world of entertainment. He's interested in it. Real, like, you talk about type A personalities. I went to meet him at his office. It's got the most incredible view of Central Park I've ever seen. And the guy, about a 45-year-old guy, like, in perfect shape. When he talks to you, you feel like, you know...
He's focused on you.
Focused, like he makes you feel important, and he got in contact with me through a friend of his that had seen me do stand-up or something. I don't know. But there's this whole big thing now, websites. You know what Will Ferrell's doing with Funny or Die?
Right.
Use your brand to stretch out and do some entertainment and stuff, yeah. I considered that,
Make little videos and all that stuff like Will is doing.
You're on such a different level.
Nah, I just kind of just said, it sounds like a lot of fucking work.
That's the problem. But there's... You know, anyway, it's being discussed, and I went and met the guy. He's a really nice guy. He's from Detroit.
Right.
And
where'd you live, Grosse Pointe?
Well, no, he's from Detroit originally. He lives in Manhattan.
Okay. He's out of there now.
And, yeah, right. And he's
not too many billionaires in Detroit.
Hardcore local sports fan of Detroit, so I happened to have this gig up there, and he said, I'm going to go to the Lions game and probably the Michigan game.
So you're hopping a ride with him? And
he goes, I want to come see your act because I haven't seen it yet live.
Oh, so he's putting that on his itinerary?
It's like a business thing almost. Yeah. And he said, hey, you want to come up? I got the jet, so it's going to be a lot of fun, you know.
What kind of jets he got?
I'll see. I don't know.
Probably one of them Gulfstreams.
So now, Artie, you can't dictate what kind of food is on the jet. There'll be food on the jet.
See, well, that's the problem. And it's like, when I went for a meeting...
It's not that long a flight, dude. You could skip the whole eating thing.
It's an hour and 10 minutes, yeah. That's all drinking.
Yeah, just drink. What is this hedge fund shit? You know, I know these guys are all rich, but what do? They're in the stock market?
The guys who finance Beer League were involved with hedge funds.
So
what a hedge fund is... Now, look, get ready to pounce on me because I might be totally wrong. This is my understanding of what a hedge fund is.
All right.
You get a big, like a huge, like consortium of investors.
Right. You get a whole bunch of dudes who have money.
A whole bunch of guys who are capable. Some are bigger fish, some are smaller. Some might be capable of putting in $1 million, right. Some $200,000 or whatever.
Right.
And you get it to be a huge sum. And
then you buy a bunch of stocks.
You hire a guy to manage your money. You hire a guy to manage the hedge fund. And he puts the hedge fund into all different investments. And at the end of the year, you get a statement. Look, here's what we made. And it could be anything. It could be stocks. It could be real estate. It could be like with the beer.
So what's the VIG? I mean, they get.
I would assume they get a percentage. Yeah. You know, and
sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, but
I might go into this hedge fund business. I see all these guys with the big money are the hedge fund guys.
Right.
I could do that.
Like the guys who did Beer League ran a $500 million hedge fund.
Can't be that hard. I know a lot of imbeciles who are doing it and making a fortune.
But, it's not hard to make a fortune with $500 million behind.
That's what I mean. You know what? You're right, Howard.
If you get $1 billion, everything you buy becomes important.
Right.
But you know what, Howard? You're right, because there are a lot of imbeciles doing it. That's why when you meet a guy like this, you go like, wow, like, that's where I want my money. Right. And because this guy ain't no imbecile. And the company that he started, I'll tell you off the air, if you Google it, it's pretty impressive. But so they put these people in all different investments. And, like, for instance, Beer League was a $3 million investment for the hedge fund.
Why is he, no offense, but why is he taking an interest in a piddling bullshit enterprise like a website?
Because he's fascinated by it.
I see. It's fun for him.
It's a personal thing.
Oh, okay. So he's not saying...
It's something new that he found out about. He said, I'd like to get into that.
He's not putting any of the hedge fund's money into
right.
this.
But this is a personal thing.
Yeah.
So in other words, he likes show business, he likes your act, and he's thinking, hey, you know what, let's have some fun here and see if we can build this website into something.
Yeah, and he threw around numbers in the office. Like, I explained to him, I sort of gave him my little resume and stuff, and he told me...
Is he going to pay you?
That all has to be discussed.
In other words, he wants Artie-Lang.com. He'll take it over and he'll manage the whole website?
That's the eventual goal.
Tell him I'll do it, too, if you can piggyback me into this.
Do you want to?
Yeah, sure. Let him take over HowardStern.com. Just give me a ton of fucking money.
You and him in a room, it would be impressive. But see,
come on.
Here's the thing. This guy knows nothing about... It's funny. Like, here were the numbers he was throwing out in this meeting. He goes... You know, it would be kind of a fun thing to dabble in. Like, say I give you $6 million and...
Hold it, put me in on that.
Right, so, and he goes, and I'm sitting there, that's like an hour into the meeting, and I'm like, yeah. I was thinking more like 50 grand.
Right, when did we start?
And he goes, and say like in a couple of years, you know, we sell it for 30, 35. It's not a huge profit, but yet... You know, it's something that's fun. It's interesting.
What is this guy, fucking on acid? It's not a huge profit.
Well, you know.
Not for him, apparently.
You sell Artie-Lang for $35 million. That's a fucking major
After
hit.
only putting in $6 million, that's great.
Well, here's the thing. It sounds like this guy...
You sure this isn't the movie Trading Places? And they're just goofing on you? Well, as long as Artie, I think I'll give you $6 million.
As long as they're taping it all and I get a piece of the DVD. Well, in that would be the budget of the website, so maybe there'd be a salary allotted, but obviously I'd retain a huge percentage of it. You see, the other thing is, it doesn't sound like
I'll sell my whole percentage of my HowardStern.com.
No, you don't want to sell the percentage.
If you could just broker it for me.
It doesn't sound like this guy loses a lot, you know what I mean?
Fine. I'm ready to be taken over.
Like, that's why people would talk to me about the Sirius satellite, like, and what do you think what's going to happen? And I was like, I don't know if I'd bet against, like, Howard and Mel, you know. And this guy...
I don't know what's going to happen with Sirius.
But, you know, this guy is... You're confident in him in some level.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start out by maybe just starting to sell advertising on the site and getting my feet wet with it. And apparently there's enough hits to where...
It would be viable.
I can get ad revenue.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how we're going to tippy-toe into it. And if that does well in 6 months, you go you go further in.
There, huh?
So he's going to come to the gig to see the act live, and he's going to the Lions game, and he offered me a ride on the jet. So.
But the guy, if he's
want to meet the guy?
If he's a really good businessman, he should have just said to you, look, Artie, I'm thinking of paying you $5,000 for your website. And you would have been like, okay. That'll take care of my gambling for the weekend. We'll just start a different one.
You know, again, you see, but that's the thing. Like, with these companies, I read a whole article in this New York Times has opened up my entire life now.
Right.
So I read in the business section a few weeks ago that Yahoo is so behind Google. They missed out on all these acquisitions, like YouTube and everything else, and they're in disarray, like their infrastructure. They don't know what to do, and they got to catch up to Google. So they're like ripe to be taken in a way, because if any website gets kind of hot, Yahoo is sort of like buying.
They're looking for everything.
Yeah, whatever they can.
Behind,
and
hey, HowardStern.com gets a bunch of hits already. See if you can broker that for me.
Oh, I'm sure it must be an insane amount.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Millions.
Definitely.
And so...
How come nobody's buying me out?
You're not available.
Probably like the hot chick thing.
Come on, Yahoo.
You don't go out there.
Yahoo wants to turn that organization around. I know a website that gets a lot of hits.
Well, that's it. Like, what a pittance to Yahoo is huge money to me. And I'm thinking in 5 years, if that happens, my fat ass will retire.
Right. You get $6 million for your website. You can say sayonara.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So it's just an interesting part. I mean, how much longer am I going to fucking do the road?
Boy, you were doing lots of business yesterday. My whole attitude now is my future brother-in-law, Doug Estrada. A lot of people calling in about your Letterman. How'd you think it went? All I know is I haven't seen it yet. But Vinny called me, who works over at Letterman.
Yeah.
emailed me and said, hey, Artie was really great. They gave him a really long segment, even better than his first appearance. And Dave kept him on a real long time, and everybody loved it. So he was, like, gushing.
Again, by the time I got home, and this doesn't happen a lot, knowing these talk shows, I already have gotten another date back in May.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I got my...
They love you.
They already called back. It felt... And because Matt Lauer, I think, had a shorter segment than most first guests, I might have had a full 11, 12 minutes. Where usually I get about 8, you know.
Was Matt Lauer a real bore?
No, not as bad as I thought it would be, actually.
What was he talking about?
He's a charming guy, and the audience seemed to dig him, and Letterman asked him about the Tom Cruise interview. Which he didn't really give any fantastic revelation there, but his best line was... Letterman said, you know, Katie Couric's over here now. And Lauer said, when does she start?
That was good.
Which was a good dig. That got a big laugh, and Letterman even said, nice. You know.
Very
good one.
Nice.
So he was, you know what, he's the perfect guy to follow because the audience was just in a nice, pleasant mood. They weren't laughed out. Or I say on the wrap-up show yesterday, I did Kilborn once, and I had to follow George Carlin. I mean, Jesus Christ. And he killed. My first line when I sat down was, I tried to use it. I said, it's always easy and great to follow the best comedian ever. But he was like a perfect guy to follow, you know.
Right.
Not too famous, not too strong with the laughs. They were a nice mood for me to come and be obnoxious.
Something happened, right, yeah.
Did you end up wearing the pants, or are you the ones you couldn't fit into, or did you go with stretch pants?
I couldn't wear the ones I had on here yesterday. That would have been embarrassing. You would have seen my ass.
Right.
So I did the old bald spot cover-up. That's such a weird move, because there are smoking hot chicks on Letterman. This chick is a talent coordinator. I think her name is Sarah. I don't want to say the wrong name, but she's a goddamn 10.
Yeah.
And she walks you down there into the makeup, and there's the move where there's other cute makeup chicks around. They put the makeup on me, and I go to the hair guy, because they always have this move where they go, do you want anything? And I'm like, well, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you see that big spot on my head?
And I go, dude, honestly, when I do these talk shows, when I turn around to sit down, it's the most depressing moment of a very depressing life I have. When I see that bald spot, he goes, I get it, we'll cover it up. So he had to do that.
So
but in front of hot chicks.
Oh, but you weren't telling this to a guy. Was it loud?
The guy was the hair guy, but there were hot chicks around, you know.
See, a guy, you should, know to just do it and shut the fuck up.
Right, I go, what do you think, man? Do I need anything?
With your eyebrows, you're pointing to the top of your head.
El Baldo.
Is it getting bigger, the bald spot, or is it pretty much maintaining?
I feel that I'm maintaining it, which is very good news, because from the front I can pull it off.
Yeah, you don't look bald.
I've been at this plateau for a while, so maybe God will be nice and go, we're going to stop there.
That's it.
Yeah, it might actually, because like my brother-in-law, Pete, he has the same bald spot you do.
Really? I never noticed that on Pete.
Yeah, but he has hair all in the front, and he's an older guy now.
Hair.
He's got a lot of hair. It never progressed to the whole full front thing.
Hey, Howard?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just get the Ted Danson piece? Because Ted had that thing where he had a whole lot of hair.
How do you going to wear a piece?
Well,
it's just like a hair yarmulke.
Because of where
just wear a yarmulke.
You know what? I'm thinking you ought to go with that whole Friars thing, be a friar, and have the little bald spot in the middle.
You wouldn't get a hair piece just for TV.
I wouldn't do that. No, but at Ross's wedding, they gave out the yarmulkes, and I was like, cool, this is perfect in case I'm sitting in front of a hot chick.
Ready for pictures now.
And I look respectful because I'm not Jewish, but I'm being respectful.
I think at Bubba's wedding you should wear a yarmulke.
That goes over big at a Thrillbilly wedding.
Whenever there's a hot chick around and we want to hook you up with her, we're going to put a yarmulke on.
Yeah, you're just an Orthodox Jew, that's all.
That's good because I look like I'm good with money,
That would have been funny on Letterman if you walked out with a yarmulke on, and Dave would have gone, well, what's with the yarmulke? And go, well, I'm Italian, but I got a bald spot, dude, and look.
It would have been a good reference to his monologue. He had a real funny joke in his monologue about Mel Gibson opening up a Christmas gift, and it was a yarmulke.
Right.
Perfect.
But so I got that done, and then it was probably a full 11, 12-minute segment.
I was thinking about you on Letterman last night because this morning I only got up to, I was, trying to watch it before I came in. and only got up to his introduction of you in the beginning of the show. And, you know, now that I think about it, Artie's big thing is like, you know, gee, you watch Dave talk about you, and you think he's pissed that you're coming on, like you're not a good enough guest.
Like, just annoyed.
And he was introducing Artie's DVD and stuff like that. And I was trying to see if Dave was really into having Artie on.
You were trying to detect a feeling. Huh?
And it was like some sarcasm there. And right away you go.
I'm so glad you said that. He did a classic Letterman thing, which now I'm in the green room watching now. I'm already paranoid from staying up the night before to hear him go, Artie Lang.
He goes, Artie Lang is here. And then he goes, Artie Lang is here. It's going to be a really great show.
No, I know.
Really great show.
Because this is the kind of show you'll write home to your grandmother. You know, that Letterman sarcasm.
And like, I'm thinking Artie must be bumming right about now.
I was. It just added to... Because, again, nothing's good in the back. You're watching it. Again, Vinny's the best guy ever because he's such a coach.
But you watch the whole thing. You don't sit there and try to just zone out. You watch.
I'm a perennial second guest. You know, I'm a second guest guy since the Conan and everything. So I try to watch the whole first segment in case I could reference something to be funny again. So I watch the whole thing.
I'm the same way. Before I go on, I make sure everyone... Like Steve Langford came with me and insisted on talking to me while Letterman was taping. And I watched the show. I listened to his monologue. I want to sort of feel like I'm part of the show.
Of something.
Yeah, you're involved by the time you get out there.
So when Steve was talking to me, I was like, Steve, I love you, but you got to shut the fuck up. I'm like trying to get into this. I'm trying to sort of get into the rhythm.
Also, I benefit from you having just been there because they are very grateful that you go on there, you know. So they're like, you know, and tell Howard thanks, and, you know, we're glad that you guys are friends of the show, and, you know, they're very complimentary.
Fuck yeah, we're friends of the show.
Yeah.
How did your pre-interview go? Because that can always be a little unnerving.
It went fantastic.
Yeah?
You know, my first appearance, I told him 3 stories, and we only got to 1 on the show because it went so well, the Rickles thing. And he said, you got those 2 in your back pocket. He loves those. Anything new? And I told him about doing Philly New Year's Eve and a couple of little things. And he goes, he goes, we got an embarrassment of riches here. It'll be fine.
Oh, so you're like in. They are now confident about
That's some major ass sucking.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably used to, again, Paris Hilton going, I don't know, I like dogs.
Right. Oh, please, she doesn't even give him that much.
Right, you know, so.
So you went on and it went well.
Very well. I was very, very pleased with it.
Let's see. Stoner Dude, you're on the air. You saw Artie. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Dude, that was an excellent appearance on Letterman. The story about the Philly fan on New Year's Eve calling the Giants gay was classic. Dave was just sitting back, laughing, and totally speechless.
Wow. That's great. Bong Hit Bill, you're on the air.
Hey, now. How's it going?
Hey, now.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, everybody. Hey, Artie, I loved how you told the story about the bank robbery. That was really good.
Oh, he told his bank robbery story?
Pulled out the bank robbery story?
Well, that was the story. When I left last time, he went, good job. Come back. I can't wait to hear that bank robbery story.
Letterman was actually thinking of being friends with Artie, so he heard he's a bank robber.
He started looking at that list of stories and said, you better stay away from this guy.
I had to tell an abbreviated version of it because we did a whole... That could take up, you know, obviously that story. That's what's great about this show. It's long form, you know. You can't get as comfortable.
Well, I bet it felt good, right? I mean, did you feel like when you walked off that you did a good job?
Really, I said, you know, Shuley was there from the news. And again, not to seem sappy, but I even said to Shuley, I said, look... And my cousin Jeff, my older cousin, who was here for my roast, a big fan of this show, called me and said, he goes, dude, Stern in the morning and Letterman at night. He goes, what deal with the fucking devil did you make? You know, because, I mean, if you would have told me 20 years ago I'd have a day like that, I'd faint. So it's very, very great.
You didn't break down and start drinking soda in celebration, though.
No, I didn't, actually.
I heard Artie on the wrap-up show. Who knows? I heard Artie on the wrap-up show was the funniest thing. You know, he's so... This was very funny. Let me see if I can find it. I don't even know where I put it. Gary Preview, page 2. Here's Artie talking about how we're instructing him that he shouldn't drink. You know, if he's not drinking soda, why is he drinking Hawaiian Punch? This is funny.
How are those baby steps coming along?
This show is filled with people who have figured out the world. They have figured out life. They love giving advice. Everybody is perfect. And I feel like a retard. Of course I know Hawaiian Punch is just as bad for your soda. I gave up soda. So what the fuck? When I give up Hawaiian Punch, I'll say that.
It's because everyone cares.
Do you really know that Hawaiian Punch? You didn't know Hawaiian Punch was as bad as soda. You were shocked.
You know what, Howard, as surprising to you as this might be, yeah, I kind of do.
Yeah,
Benji has this rap. Fat guys know more about food than anybody. We know.
See, I disagree.
We just have no willpower.
I disagree.
Really?
When I was fat, and when I weighed, I was already, Robin knows, I'm not exaggerating. I was fat.
Yeah.
I honestly did not know about nutrition.
Right.
My idea of dieting was instead of 10 pieces of fried chicken, I'll eat 6. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know fried chicken, the whole category wasn't healthy. I just thought you eat less food. But what was happening...
that's not true to a certain extent.
It's not because your body starves for nutrition. The reason I'm eating 2 pieces of fried chicken and hungry all day because it's all fried shit, you know?
It's doing nothing for you.
It's doing nothing for me. Yeah. So it's like, I really didn't know. And I didn't know that certain things... I was just blissfully naive.
Many people do not believe that soda can make them fat.
Right.
Well, I know that because I'm living proof of it.
But my question to you is, if you know that Hawaiian Punch is no different than soda, why did you give up soda?
I don't know, Robin.
Hey, see, I have the theory that...
These are the logical questions that give me a headache.
Gerald, you're on the air in Winston-Salem.
How you doing there?
Hey, now. Hey, now.
Hey, I just saw on the news where Anna Nicole Smith was ordered to go to get a blood test, for DNA test for a baby, because you could be like the father and another guy.
A lot of people call Gerald, let me tell you, not I could be the father, I am the father.
Yeah.
Gerald, where did you read that?
No, I just saw it on the news just now.
Yes, there's a story going around that I am not the father of Anna Nicole's baby. I am. What did you think when you first heard that I am the father of Anna Nicole's baby?
You know what? I was trying to wait for the replay because I'm not at home. So I was trying to wait for the replay to see, because it said Howard K. Stern. I was like, wait a minute. I tried to hurry up and turn it up real quick. And I'm like, what is he planning on doing? He said he don't want to have a baby. What is he going to do?
I didn't want to have a baby. Let me tell you, first of all, I guess you were probably shocked that I even fuck Anna Nicole Smith.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you know that was going on?
Hey, hold on. Let me ask you this, dude. Were you fucking her when she was married to the old guy?
No. Okay. No. I was not. I would not do that. I mean, she was married at the time.
You're not that kind of guy.
I'm not that kind of heel. I'm a heel.
He's no worm.
I'm a different kind of worm.
Okay, was she fat or was she skinny when you...
When I fucked her, she was skinny. And let me tell you what happened, and I've never told anyone this, Gerald, but because you're an astute observer of what's going on, I'm going to talk to you.
All right.
This broad, I meet her at a club, and she's a good-looking broad. Dumb as a wall. And, I lay the stern charm on her. Well, I didn't have a rubber with me. I didn't want to get her pregnant. So I fuck her in the ass, if I can be so blunt. When she calls me up and tells me I'm the father of her baby, I'm freaking out. I said, but I put it in your behind. She goes, the sperm dripped down.
Oh, God.
Even though it was full of ass.
That is horrible. That's what made the baby ass sperm?
Ass sperm.
No, man. Come on, man. That can't be true, man.
Yeah, it dripped out of her ass into the vagina.
Sperm can live with a certain ass germ on it.
But what do you call the baby of that?
I'll be honest with you. I told people that they couldn't believe it. They go, like...
I've never heard of that.
But that's called an ass and pussy baby. And I said, I've never heard that expression. They go, yeah, ass and pussy baby.
I think it's a fake, Howard. You might want to read that DNA yourself, man, because I never...
Well, that's why the test.
I mean, have you contacted the doctor and asked the doctor could that actually be possible, or...
As you say, I asked the doctor, and I must tell you, he gave me the answer. He said to me, he even asked the same thing you did. He said, was this when Anna Nicole was fat or thin? And he said, because he said, if it was fat, you probably mixed up the ass and the pussy. This doctor was a little wild.
But when if she was thin...
Yeah. She was thin, and I didn't mix it up. I intentionally put it there so that the baby...
But there was a smaller space to travel.
That's right.
Sure. It sounds like the doctor was Rodney's doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombox.
Right.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm in a lot of trouble because, you know, I have a girlfriend.
Man.
Now she's...
how's she taking that?
She's not taking it well. I had to buy her jewelry.
Oh, and that took care of it?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
He had to buy her a blood diamond.
She said, is this an ass and pussy baby?
Darn, man. I kind of feel for you, man. I mean, I'm hoping that the doctor was wrong and this is not your baby, man, because, I mean, I really hate that, man.
I'm not in love with her, Gerald.
You don't want him to have a famous woman pregnant?
No, man. I mean, he doesn't need this, man. I think he's faking, man. I'm serious. I think
I agree.
That's how bras are, man. Bras are they conniving like that, man. She probably fucked another guy that night. And then she said, oh, Howard, this is your baby. Come on, get the fuck out. I would have told her, man, get the fuck out of here. I would have hung up the phone on her.
Well, I did that.
I agree with this guy.
I told her, get the fuck out of here. And
she went to the Bahamas.
And then she went to the Bahamas.
Sir, when this was going on, I sort of had an inkling about it, and I agree with you. I thought it was Howard was demeaning himself by fucking her.
No, it was the best lay I ever had.
Like.
I had a good lay.
Right.
You know what you guys are like.
Well, then fine. All right.
If the girl is willing, you have to go there,
That's right?
We're dogs.
Well, this reminds me of the time I once got a girl pregnant from a BJ. She saved my jizz and spit it into her vagina.
I remember that story.
Yeah, and got pregnant. Yeah.
That was that acrobat you were getting.
What was that, sir? I didn't hear your reaction to that.
No, I said, get the fuck out of here. I don't believe that shit. Dude.
No, it's true. Robin knows she was from Cirque du Soleil. And she could actually vomit into her own vagina.
Oh, yeah, she used to do that all the time.
She was a great lay.
She kept the sperm warm.
She incubated in her mouth.
Oh, my God.
And, I mean, she was talking and everything. She was really good. She could pouch the sperm in her mouth.
Yeah, I hate to be vile, but it's true. A lot of this stuff happens to me, Gerald.
Man, I can't believe that. I mean, it sounds absurd, man.
How many children do you have outside of the
14.
ones you actually claim? You know?
14. Every time I get a blowjob, these girls spit it into their vagina.
One of them actually had a mouth baby. She gave birth through the mouth.
Hey, no, okay, what did they do with the placenta?
Oh, well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Anna ate it.
Really?
Yeah, she's so hungry, this girl. I mean, you know, she's a heavy girl usually.
Right. Has a big appetite.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And she ate the placenta of my baby.
She almost ate the baby.
I was hoping. So
but
now,
she saved that part.
Now I got a kid with Anna Nicole Smith.
Man, I hope not, man.
I don't think it's mine, though.
No, it's not.
Because I was in the ass.
But what will you think of Howard if it is his baby?
You know, no, I wouldn't think anything different. I sound like high-pitched Eric when I just did it. Nah. But, no, I wouldn't think nothing different of Howard. I mean, I just pray and hope that it's not, well, not pray, but I hope that it's not yours, man, seriously, because, I mean...
Should Howard fight for visitation if it's his?
I don't want to visit that baby.
He probably won't even visit. That's what I'm saying. He probably don't even want it, man.
I mean, I'm the baby daddy, supposedly. As this gentleman says, you know, who can be sure?
Right.
You're the BD.
But I don't really want to visit.
No, it's some long dick dude, black guy up in them Bahamas that done got her pregnant, man, and just...
Yeah, that baby looks black to me.
Have you seen the baby?
No,
I have not.
I hadn't seen it.
I have not either myself. I have not myself seen the baby because she's down there in the Bahamas.
Right.
But
could be Artie's. I don't know. Artie, what do you think?
I was nowhere near her.
Oh, okay.
Well, now I got this whole thing because I'm sure she's going to want some money for the
baby.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah. I mean, she just juiced the hell out that old guy, man. I mean, she's going to try to juice you.
Well, let me tell you something. I'll know it's my baby if I see that big nose.
Yeah.
If that big nose starts developing, then I'll know.
I did hear there was a little trouble delivering.
Because of the nose? That's what she told me. This broad calls me up on the phone and says, I just had your baby, and a fucking nose, my whole pussy's on fire.
Oh.
And I said, man, you get out of here. The nose isn't that big yet. She goes, wait till you see your baby. Spitting image of your big-ass nose. Big nostrils. An Adam's apple.
Damn. So they didn't even have to cut her. The nose just cut it on the way out.
The nose got right through, man.
That hurt, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man,
I'm making jokes, but I'm hurting inside, Gerald.
Oh, I know the feeling, dude. I mean, I haven't been there, but I could just understand, like, man, what the fuck do you do now? I'll probably just, I don't know, man. I'll get Fred to go down there and fucking rip her neck off or something.
Hey, I'm not going to hurt. The woman was very generous when I had the sexual liaison.
And then you're going to make the ass baby an orphan.
I just feel bad the baby's going to be known as an ass baby, ass pussy baby. You know, which is the worst thing. Artie was an ass pussy baby, and he knows what that's like.
Look at me.
Look at him, man. He can't stop drinking Coca-Cola.
There's something insanely wrong with me.
He's got a Coca-Cola addiction.
Along with
Russell in Morrisville, you're on with Gerald.
Yeah, you know, it amazes me how much of a fool his brother is. I just defended Robin yesterday, and he just gave Sal some more ammunition.
Right.
I don't believe that shit.
Well, why are you saying Gerald's a fool? I don't understand. Gerald just feels bad for me, that's all.
Yeah, Gerald, what is... There is more than one Howard Stern on the planet.
Gerald?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening to this guy. I'm waiting on him to make his point. To say
there is more than one Howard Stern on the planet.
Howard K. Stern?
You are not talking to Howard K. Stern.
Oh, who is Howard K. Stern then? Howard
K. Stern is the lawyer boyfriend of Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh, okay. Damn. Shit, I didn't know, man. I only know one Howard Stern, man.
Hey, what are you talking about, Russell? I'm the only Howard Stern, and who else would name their kid Howard Stern?
Don't rain on our parade.
Really, we're having fun here with ass pussy babies.
Yeah, don't make fun of my ass pussy baby.
I had to come to the brother's defense.
All right.
I came to Robin's defense yesterday with Sal, and lo and behold, Sal's probably drooling right now.
Oh, yeah. He loves it, man. All right, Russell, thank you. Hey, Gerald, thank you for the call. I don't know what
thank you for caring.
Yeah, thank you for
caring.
caring.
Concerned about you.
You're a good man, Gerald. We're over in the Winston-Salem area, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you, Gerald, and thank you for listening.
All right, thank you.
All right, brother. And Gerald got a little bit confused about
Howard Kaster, like you're Howard Kaster.
Well, I'm thinking of changing my name to Howard Kaster. And that guy gets a lot of press now that he impregnated Anna Nicole, allegedly.
You're laughing about this, but clearly there are millions who think you're the father of her baby.
Absolutely.
I know. I'm telling you, Beth was sitting in an airport coming back from somewhere. And there was sort of like a hillbilly family sitting there.
Thrillbilly Jones?
Yeah, like a guy, a guy and his wife and 2 kids. And the kids were like teenagers. And they were like, man, let me see. It was a picture of Howard K. Stern. They go, let me see. The wife goes, let me see that picture. That's Howard Stern. Yeah, he is the father of Anna Nicole's baby. You would think the subscribers would go through the roof. People just wanting to hear about how I fucked Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh, my God.
Why aren't you being interviewed? You tell.
Look at Stern trying to lay low with his ass pussy baby.
Nice. See, I bet a lot of the brothers love hearing that. Like, you're a baby daddy. Just fucking around.
I'm a baby daddy. Hey, it can happen. You never know. Be a baby daddy. You know.
It happens. There are accidents all the time.
That's right.
Get a lot of MOCs, mother of child.
Right. What was it talking about? Oh, we were talking about Artie's Letterman appearance.
Yeah.
Lou, did you see it in Newark? Lou, you want to comment on Artie?
Yeah. Hey, Howard, long-time listener. Hey, Fred. Hey, Robin. And Artie, I think he bombed.
Bombed? Everyone's calling in saying Letterman already rebooked him.
Well, just for ratings. You won't go on the show, that many times.
Well, everybody seems to be saying he was great, except for you, Lou.
Well,
what didn't you like?
Just wait, when David started laughing, Artie would look over and Artie started laughing. And then if Artie was laughing, then Dave started laughing.
Sounds like a lot of laughing was going on, doesn't it, brother?
That's a bomb if ever I heard one.
It sounds like Dave laughing was a bad thing.
Artie, I mean, I love Artie, man. He sounds great. You know, best thing happened to the show there. I just thought it wasn't all that. I stayed up to watch it.
Lou is not a fan of your Letterman appearance, Artie, but that happens. I mean, what are you going to do,
What
Bobo?
are you going to do?
What's happening to that? Artie had a good appearance last night.
Thank you.
You liked it.
I want to say, you went right away for the cup. What was in the cup? Jack Daniels or what?
No, they won't let that happen. I've asked.
You say it was a great appearance.
But you had to take a drink as soon as you got out there, Artie?
Yeah, I tried to do that. That's like my new...
Why are you doing that, man? You know your hand's going to shake.
Well, no, it didn't shake. I just, wanted to clear my throat.
But, Bubba, you're in agreement that it was a great appearance.
Yeah, don't you have to wait for the host to sit? Didn't you say that a long time ago? Like, Artie sat right away without waiting for Dave to sit.
I don't know any such rule.
No.
Yeah.
No, I think the host waits for you to sit.
Yeah, I'm the guest.
Yeah, he's the girl. Artie's the girl and Dave's the guy.
Yeah. I'm being courted.
Right.
Hey, I like your Uncle Sonny story. That never gets old.
Thank you.
All right, Bubba.
Hey, Howard, one more thing, man. I went out and bought the Stiletto 100. It's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of great email about the Stiletto. People very pleased with it.
I love it.
Yeah,
I bought my fourth radio already, man. I can't get enough of this place.
All right, man. Thanks, Bobo.
Right, take care. Bye-bye.
Well, the general consensus, except for one guy, and by the million emails, are that you killed.
It was, look, I've done a lot of these. It went very well. It's one of my better ones I've ever had, I think, in any show.
Yeah. Well, hey, congrats. I know it's a lot of pressure.
Definitely.
Quite frankly, a pain in the ass.
I think Artie's still at the stage where he finds it exhilarating, you know, and an affirmation or an acknowledgement of how far he's come.
Well, Letterman definitely, for someone from my generation, without question.
The thing I don't like about doing Letterman is in some way you can go out there and sort of feel like you're a beginner, like you have something to prove.
Yeah.
And, it's like, who the fuck wants to do that at this point?
Well, after a while, it becomes, Letterman's now the king. He has the little throne there. And you have to make him laugh. You're like the court jester who comes in there to amuse him.
Right.
Yeah, and I also find it very creepy, like that whole, like having this whole big audience sitting there waiting for you to do something. Like, it's just crazy.
It's odd.
It's odd.
Well, yeah. When do you find yourself in a situation where you're having a conversation with somebody and a bunch of people are watching?
Right.
Yeah, the thing I like about this show is that, like, we're just talking. I'm not aware.
No audience.
There's no audience. I have to look over and make sure they're happy. I don't want to be, fuck them if they're not happy. Dave's got to sit there and talk to them and shit. It's just crazy, But Artie, everything I'm hearing, Vinny was gushing. And Letterman evidently booked Artie right away.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. That's really, really cool. So where was I? There's so much to go through.
He gave Sirius a nice mention, too, at the beginning.
Saw that.
He put out the DVD, and he said the Howard Stern show on Sirius.
Did you see it, Robin? Because maybe you want to play it?
I have to be up at this time of the morning. Yes, please play it.
Artie on Letterman clips on J.D. Page in orange. Don't ask. All right. Oh, I see these are clips. All right, that's good.
Welcome back to the show, Artie. Nice to see you. How was your New Year's Eve? You probably work a lot as a comedian, right?
I do. As a comic, I got to work on New Year's.
Is that good or not good?
It's good. Well, now, because I'm a little bit known, I get a lot of good cash. It used to be bad. They used to just pay me, in like chicken salad sandwiches. But now I get real money. And this past New Year's, I was in Philadelphia at the Tower Theater in front of 3,000 crazy Eagles fans. Oh,
wow.
You got Philly fans there? Yeah.
They are maniacs. I mean, I'm a New York Giant fan, and we're playing each other next week in the playoffs. And they know that from the radio, that I'm a Giant fan. So I come out, I try to be all happy, and I go, Happy New Year, Philly, and it gets nothing. No laughs. Nobody does anything. And then finally, a guy in the audience helps me out. He yells out, You and the Giants are both gay.
Wow.
And I got a roar. And then they went into this Eagles chant. They just spelled the word Eagles. E-A-G, and you can't stop them. You got to wait. Spell Eagles. I'll wait.
Tough way to make a living, for God's sake.
I mean, you know, well, it's not bad when they give you a great line like that, because when I was bombing, I would just go, by the way, me and the Giants are still gay. Yeah, that's right, you're both gay. If there was a real lull, I would say, on my way down here, guys, I saw Eli Manning, the quarterback for the Giants, making out with a dude. Yeah, because he's gay.
Oh, wow.
He's making out with a dude.
Hey, that's good stuff.
That was hysterical, Artie.
Look at you up there, man.
You're killing Letterman.
Right.
America falling in love with Artie Lang.
Yes, they've had plenty of opportunities.
Yeah. You've given them every opportunity to fall in love with you.
Once again, another go-round.
Yeah. That's funny. Why don't you use that routine on this show? That's funny.
You never told us that.
Well, you know.
Too busy with his Coca-Cola addiction.
Back.
No, that's funny. That's good stuff. Let me one more?
Yeah.
All right.
If a crowd just isn't getting it, it's just torture up there. And there's this club, Zanies, in Vernon Hills, Illinois. If I ever decide to kill myself, I'm going to drive to Zanies in Vernon Hills, Illinois. Because I want to commit to killing myself, and there's nothing at Zanies that will change my mind.
That was Letterman cracking up.
Yeah, he loves that.
He knows that, man.
He likes dark stuff.
Yeah. Well, he's also been in those clubs.
Right, yeah.
There's nothing at Zanies that'll make me change my mind.
That's a great line. Great line.
Nada.
Look at you. I think this is good stuff, man. I think this is A-list type material.
This is A. You're not B anymore. You're A.
Can I be honest? You used to be B. Now you're A. Honestly. I never wanted to tell you were B. You were B bordering on a C. Now you're A. Look at the crowd going nuts.
Listen to him.
Oh, look at Artie's face just changed. He's like very serious.
He's now, you know what this is?
Artie's like Eddie Murphy on Inside the Actors Studio right now.
I was going to say, that's an Oscar face.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, my God, all serious.
Wow. I'm very serious.
This was nothing for me.
I need a cause.
Just, you know, I'm trying to be humble, but I'm not.
Right.
Look at me.
The applause breaks are weird, though, like you've said. It's like, it's just, you know, you sometimes, I mean, honestly, you know, you do stand-up long enough, you're used to laughs. But at a comedy club, they don't clap like that.
Right.
The audience at Letterman is very enthusiastic. And, you know, and it's nice. But the thing is, like, you know, when I would do Letterman and I would do a killer appearance or something I thought was killer, you wait for something to happen in your career big from it. And nothing fucking happens. You know what I mean? Like you sit there and go, well, wait, what the hell's going to happen? But
those days are over, I think.
Right. All right. But anyway, this is very funny. Let's continue. Let's continue.
And we do a 5:30 p.m. matinee on a Saturday.
Sorry, 5:30.
5:30 p.m. And I get up at like 5:20, you know. On the road. I get up at 5:20. I have a Twix bar and a soda, and I get over there. I try to fit in a spin class, but in Illinois they don't have a lot of those. And I get to 5:30 p.m. It's a no-smoking show. It's one of like 5 shows we have to do. You just feel like a slave. The owner, just like, yeah, you got a 5:30 show. You know. And it's all old people. So there's this 75-year-old couple in the front row.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's wonderful when you see that, you know. they're gonna get a lot of my Springsteen material. You know the third song on Born to Run, sir? And he's got this huge beer gut like I do now in suspenders, and his wife's next to him. Nobody laughs at any jokes, but this guy feels he has to make some sort of noise. So instead of laughing, after every joke, all you hear is this guy go like this. I'm not something. And you know, with comedy, you're like, the laughs are part of the act. It's like the timing. You expect the laugh. You're like, da-da-ba-ba-da-bum. I'm not something. And then when you try to, when I would do something a little off color, which I do a lot in my act, you know, if I say like damn or something, he would cover his wife's ears and go, whoa. Not the missus, not the missus. Just looking around for anybody who has a gun to shoot myself in the head. Wow. I should have went to college. Yeah. But old guys will do that. Like, they have that great way of talking. My Uncle Sonny, one of the greatest men ever lived.
Uncle Sonny?
Uncle Sonny, yeah, like Corleone. I'm from Jersey. One of my favorite guys ever. The last few years of his life, he was sick, and he said, screw it, I'm just going to stay in bed and watch TV all day. And he got into a lot of modern TV shows. One of his favorite shows was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. True story. He loved Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and he reminded me of this old guy, the way he talked. One time I said, Uncle Son, what's this show Buffy the Vampire Slayer about? And dead serious, this is a true story. He goes, it's a Jew broad fights Draculas. I guess he watched the end of the show, saw Geller, maybe she's Jewish or something. He did like research, and she fights vampires. It's a Jew broad fights Draculas. And then he would just eat a hunk of mozzarella like an apple, you know. My Uncle Son, he'd give me Yankee tickets. He had a hunk of mozzarella like an apple. He'd eat the apple, then he'd give me a Yankee ticket. He said, give me a kiss. I'd say, hey, give me a kiss. I kiss him on the cheek. He goes, now get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Wow, that's good stuff.
Oh, my.
Look at you. Look at you.
Look at you.
Look, you got a serious... You know, you really remind me of Eddie Murphy on the Inside the Actor Studio.
He's changing.
Eddie, every time they'd show a clip of Eddie doing something great, Eddie would just have this very serious look on his face.
That's right, trying to be humble.
This is my word. You trying to be humble over there?
Well, I don't know.
Look at me.
I'm looking at
it. That's the usual Artie face. You got another face going.
This is a very serious face.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy did take out, like, Madonna's got that English accent. Eddie Murphy got his own accent,
yeah, we don't even know where he's from anymore.
Eddie Murphy goes, you know.
Yeah. It's kind of gay. I'm listening to it.
Definitely a little effeminate.
Yeah.
You know. You know.
You know.
But he's good, too. But look at you on Letterman, killing, and Dave cracking up in a genuine way.
Dave doesn't have to do a thing. He loves you.
Want one more clip?
Yeah.
We into this?
I think they get into the bank thing now.
All right. Oh, good. I want to hear this.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
It was the longest segment I've ever had on a talk show.
You're killing.
Yeah.
When you're killing, they keep you out there.
You see, these other guys didn't know what they had. Dave understands.
Thank you.
You know, like Madonna and Eddie Murphy, you're going to have to come up with an accent now. I was thinking for you...
What would be the Artie
redneck?
Indian accent.
Indian.
Like he goes to India.
Yes, Artie thinks he's Indian.
When I did the David Letterman show the second time, I went, I understand, Artie. What is your favorite word? Curry. You should do the Indian accent.
What's your favorite curse word? Pussyfucker.
You know who my favorite person was? My Uncle Sonny.
Yeah.
Yes, he ate a mozzarella.
That motherfucker. Now, when you're here from Jersey, you're speaking like an Indian person.
Yeah, well, some people say since I got very successful at Letterman, I speak differently.
I love that it's on a bad Indian accent. I'm like, no, they know what.
Well, Madonna does a bad English accent.
Yes.
And Eddie does a bad whatever he's doing.
Madonna doesn't commit to whatever she's trying. Like, just do it.
Right.
I know, half the words are still, Detroit.
Yeah, but that should come out and go, hello, governor.
Right. Fuck it. So nuts.
Yeah, she should be, what are those guys called? The guys who twist up every word? The Cockney.
Cockney dialect, yeah.
All right, here's a final clip from Artie on Letterman. Artie, sit back and put on that face.
Last time you were here, there was a story that we didn't get to, and I didn't even know if you want to talk about it, but it's when you were a kid, you were arrested, and you think, arrested for what? I don't know, speeding? Something like that. But no, it was a little more than that.
It was, the first charge was attempted bank robbery. And the key word is attempted.
How old were you?
I was 17. Summer of '85. Like that means anything. Who cares? I paint a picture, Dave, when I tell it. I'm like Mark Twain. Summer '85 on the old Hudson River. And I was with my girlfriend at the time. I was dating this broad, hot Italian chick from Jersey, and we were in the bank, and I noticed the bank teller was kind of cute. I didn't have a relationship with the bank till I was 27, but I was 17. She was doing some banking, and I noticed that the girl behind the counter was cute. Now, I'm a dummy. I realize this is retarded, but a big fan of Woody Allen in that movie, Take the Money and Run. He hands a hold-up note to the woman. Yeah. I thought that would be like something she'd find funny and flirtatious. So while my girlfriend is banking, on the back of a deposit slip, I write, I have a gun. Oh, God. I remember this word for word because a judge read it back to me 1,000,000 times. I have a gun, put $50,000 into a bag, turn around and count to 1,000, act casual. Thank you for your cooperation, Artie Lang. I signed it. Wow. So I thought that when she saw my name, it's a joke, right? But of course, not realizing the first thing she sees is I have a gun.
Probably didn't get all the way through the note.
Steps on the silent alarm. I see her turn white. I go, I'm sorry, honey. It's just a joke. And, I didn't have sex with her, by the way. That didn't work. I take the note, throw it out in the garbage can behind me, which was a mistake, and I go, I'm so sorry, this was a joke. We leave in my girlfriend's car, because I didn't have a car. We leave in her father's 72 Ford Granada, which wasn't the best getaway car. And an hour later, they have her name. I'm playing wiffle ball with my buddies in my backyard. I had a wicked slide.
At the hideout.
Yeah.
Back at the hideout, they're playing wiffle ball.
At the Lighthouse, they're held up playing wiffle ball. I had a hell of a slider. And I got a call from her loud Italian sister, Teresa. Oh, I will never forget these words emblazoned in my head. It's Sue's sister. Cops, a SWAT team went to her house. Armed robbery it went through. And her sister goes, Artie, what did you do? I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, the cops are here. They want to talk to Sue. It's got to be drugs. Drugs? What are you talking about, drugs? And sure enough, I had to go. We had to turn ourselves in. They cuffed us. And my girlfriend's father was like a greenhorn right off the boat, an Italian guy. He might have been connected. I was so scared of him. I said to the cops, whatever you do, put me in jail for 50 years. Do not do a thing to her. And sure enough, the father got me aside and goes, when you rob a bank, you not take my daughter.
Excellent advice. Words to go by. Here it is, Artie Lang's Beer League, now available on DVD. Happy New Year, Artie.
Dave, thanks.
Always a pleasure. Thank you very much. Artie Lang, folks. We'll be right back with August Steiner.
Who is next? Martha Steiner?
Some band. There's 2 million bands now, man. Augustana was the name of the band.
Augustana?
August, like the month, A-N-A. Augustana.
Oh.
Is it a chick?
No, I think it's a group, some sort of group. I didn't stay to watch it, but I guess that's Lauer, me, and them was why he was going,
Big show.
Yeah, but you saved it.
Yeah.
It was good. Man, great.
Yeah, excellent.
I put it right up there, like, it was a great talk show appearance.
Thank you.
Hey, good for you, man. I know the pressure of that. And
See, sometimes though, fans, I know we have a policy a lot, the fans are always right, but sometimes you just want to go, dude, how about a little slack? Like that guy who called and said I bombed. Is
that going to be with you all day?
No, I'm just saying, but what does he want? Sometimes you can get it if it's a gray area, but, I mean, that was kind of all right.
If you went on there,
kind of all right.
If they made you the President of the United States at that appearance, there's going to be somebody who says you suck.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, no, you can't do better than that.
Not a little slack.
No, there should be no negatives on that.
I wonder what that guy does every day. Let's go evaluate him.
Dorian, you're on the air in Washington.
Hey, dude, I thought you were fantastic, Artie, man. The dialogue, man, and how you deliver a joke and deliver stories is just absolutely amazing, dude. Right. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
But, hey, man, did you just wake up or something before you got there?
Well, again, that's and Howard is an expert at this, too. Doing that schedule where this show in the morning and then you tape at 5:30, there's no way to,
You're not fresh.
Yeah, and a nap, if it's a little too long, it sucks. And I went home. I did the pre-interview, which is stressful. I try to lay down, and I probably didn't look the freshest, You
didn't sleep beforehand.
No, but I tried to. I laid down, I closed my eyes, and then,
You were too charged up.
Stop it, Artie.
Right.
Tell the guy you planned that look. That was part of it.
That's Artie's frumpy look. That makes him funnier.
Very calculated.
Yeah.
Because it looked like you'd just woken up or something, and the way that they did the makeup, but I swear to God, dude, you look just like Pink's mom in Pink Floyd The Wall.
Nice.
That's the nicest compliment I've ever got.
What a compliment.
In my arms.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Let's go to Dan. Dan in Cleveland,
Mother, do
Ohio.
you think they'll drop the bomb?
Yes, Dan.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, brother.
Hey, Artie, you look like shit last night, dude. I can't believe how fat you've gotten.
I did, man. That's the other thing. The other thing I can't get away from is...
The other thing is, Artie could wear certain clothing that would make him look less portly, but...
The turtleneck didn't help anything.
You had
he
the
had on a
turtleneck?
turtleneck?
Big red turtleneck.
I mean, again, it is weird. I'm sitting here, I'm going on national television. I got sleepers in my eyes. I'm dressing myself, and I'm just looking for a clean shirt. I found a turtleneck with... I don't know. I did. You're right, dude. It was not...
Why don't you go to a chick you trust, like your sister, and have her dress you?
You know what? My sister has done that for me in the past, but she's in Vietnam
Vietnam.
now.
She won't come back from Vietnam. She's
in hiding.
Anxious not to dress Artie.
Exactly.
Get Ralphie cakes to do it for you.
You're right.
Ralphie, Ralphie always says...
Ralph has offered to do that, which was very nice of him, but...
Why don't you take him up on that? You've
Ralph
always resisted.
He could put you in a big black shirt or something and drape you,
Yeah.
Like what Liza Minnelli does when she goes on camera. Yeah.
I mean, whatever it is, dude, I'm lucky enough to wear it. It really doesn't matter what I look like. You know what I mean?
It was a great appearance, Artie.
Be funny if Artie's sister came back and dressed him up as a Vietnamese, rice patty.
Right, he'll have one of those little
with the
funny
big hat.
jackets on and the funny hat.
Geisha.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
He'll
Artie.
be pulling a rickshaw when he comes out.
Artie, just came back from Vietnam. I got a Vietnamese influence now for your Letterman appearance. Oh, thank you. That'd be funny.
There was that period of time, I was on the Norm Show, that period of time where the Hollywood Squares were really scraping the bottom, and I did a week on the Hollywood Squares. This had to be back in, 99 when Whoopi was center square. I was next to Carmen Electra the whole 5, which is the best thing ever.
That's not bad. Yeah.
My sister
Did she wear, hot little outfits? And stuff? Yeah.
Dude, forget it. I was in the square next to her.
You want to kill yourself.
First of all, 2 of the... they do all 5 in one day.
Right.
So 2 of the days... I was next to her and Vivica Fox. They're in the square next to me. The awful, adulty conversations they would have. I'll never forget.
Vapid.
I'll never forget the conversation. Carmen Electra had just done the first Scary Movie. It hadn't come out yet.
Right.
And she's barely in it.
Right. So she goes, Vivica Fox and her talking. And Vivica she really turns on the black. Because I did a film with her, too. I said I was on a plane with her to Germany. She does the black thing, really over the top. So she says to Carmen, how you doing, girl? What's up? And Carmen goes, I just shot a movie with Keenan. I know you know him. He put me in a film. And Vivica Fox goes, he tried to come on to you, girl? And he goes, well, no, he was real nice. It was really cold up in Canada. and it was cold in my trailer, and he got me a heater, and I thought that was nice.
Wow.
I'll never forget that's what he said. He got me a heater.
You know what that makes me think of? You done with that story?
No, I'm just saying, my sister happened to be in L.A. that whole week, so she bought 5 shirts for me to wear. You don't change your pants, you know. And they were beautiful shirts. She's got great taste, but I just didn't look comfortable in any of them. I just look, I'm better as a slob.
Exactly. You got to go on with what you're comfortable in.
Right.
You do. You got to feel like that's me and that's who I am. And
plus, I'm sitting next to Carmen Electra, and I don't, you know, what the fuck? I just want to look at her. Who cares?
Yeah, you know, he just got me thinking about something, Artie.
And I got a call like, hello, you know, Hal was thinking we'd love to give you a shot here. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Sure enough, I got invited into the show, and it's been 7 years later. So it's been great.
Wouldn't be the same without you.
Oh, thank you.
Next question came in from Facebook. This is from John R. He says, F, marry, kill, Richard, Howard, and Robin, and explain your reasons.
Okay. Well, definitely marry Richard because I love him, and he's my second wife. I would probably Howard because it would make for great radio. Robin, you won't believe what happened to me last night. What, Howard? Sal me up the. Oh my God! Don't tell me that. Yes, he did. And I would, unfortunately, because of the game, have no choice but to kill Robin.
That hurts.
Sorry, Robin.
That's crazy.
Sorry to hear that.
What's wrong with him?
Only because of the game. Only because the game.
You're really getting into that.
Gives me no choice but to do it. Okay.
Excellent. Moving on.
Is she dead yet?
She is dead. Next question is from Joseph M. on Facebook. He asks, what do you want to do once the Stern Show ends?
You. Every night.
That is so sweet.
As long as Richie Wilson doesn't kill me.
You're going to have to clear that with Richie.
What do I want to do? I want to continue to write with Richard Christie, put shows together, comedy, perhaps work for a television show like Jimmy Kimmel, certainly pursue stand-up, and just continue within that vicinity, in the entertainment industry in some capacity.
Sounds good. Maybe you'll be the next Ronnie Mund.
I said entertainment.
Next question is Kim S. also on Facebook.
Kim S.
She says, Sal, tell me one thing you love about your wife, really love, no jokes. Can you?
Yes, of course. My wife is a spectacular and awesome mother. Really, really great. That's one. I could tell you a few.
Give me another.
I think she's absolutely beautiful. I think she has a great personality. And I also think if it wasn't for her, 80% of my material would be out the window. She always says to me that, you know, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have anything. And to some point, that's true. You know, the price that we pay for that is a different story. But it's certainly the truth. She's really good.
She's a good source of your comedy.
Yeah, she's got a good sense of humor.
So romantic. Next one also from Twitter is from Roger. He says, how did you ever pass the Series 7 exam?
I studied every day. I actually made it a job. I got up at 9 in the morning and I went to my kitchen table and I stayed there till 5 p.m. And the only time I took a break was at noon. Like I took a lunch break and I would put on The Price is Right during my lunch break. And I watched The Price is Right, and then I went back to studying, and I studied real hard. I crammed it all in, and I got an 86 first time out.
Nice. Do you think if you took it again today without preparing, you'd pass it?
68. It would take some time, but I could certainly pass it again.
Nice. Next question also from Twitter is from Stacy. Stacy says, is Gary still eating black and white cookies with crumbs running down his chin?
Well, I would have to say yes, I am. I love them, and there's nothing better to put me to sleep quicker than a good old batch of black and white cookies right after I'm done playing solitaire ball.
Sorry to wake you up. Next one came in from Facebook. This is from Scott M.
Oh, Scott.
From Scott. Sal, what do you do all day other than the prank calls?
What do I... Well, that's a good question. We do song parodies. We listen to listener submissions. We put bits together. We put games together, like the Debbie the game today. We also write when people go out on the street. Rich and I actually go out on the street a lot, so we're constantly coming up with new concepts for the street, like Occupy Wall Street, like going to Harlem, talking about topical topics there. While the show was on, during the course of the show, I and Richard also sent Howard jokes and media during the course of the show through Will and Steve on the computer. We submit jokes for other people as well, like Evil Dave. When George Takei comes in, we write the announces for him. So constantly doing stuff.
You're a busy guy.
Yeah.
Jose N on Facebook says, has there ever been one call that you really loved but couldn't play it on the show?
Yes, there are quite a few, and there's one in particular that we really love. It took about 6 months to produce. It involved many characters on the show, like Wood Yee, like Craig Gass doing his Gene Simmons impersonation, and we just couldn't play it. This call was so good that Gary reached out to this particular person. They do have a product that they sell as well, and even gave that person the opportunity to come on the show and be interviewed about it, provided that we could play the prank call. Still didn't happen. There are a lot of great prank calls that we just can't play. People say no, and that's it. No is no. Everything that we do, we get a consent for. And if we don't get the consent, we can't play it.
What percentage doesn't make it through?
I would say lately it's been like 40-70 in our favor. About 40% does not make it through. 40%.
Do you recognize that 40 plus 70 is more than 100?
Oh, my God, I just realized that. 40-60. 40-65, yeah.
Can we go back to the Series 7 question?
Yeah.
Dumb as a rock.
Michael G tweeted us.
So embarrassed.
Sal, is your hair growing back with the fake propecia?
Feel it. What do you think?
It actually looks good. It looks pretty full.
Yeah.
What is that? I didn't feel it before. So
Well, it was called Propecia, and I got it from India. I went to this website online because Propecia is very expensive, and I can't afford it. So I looked online, and I received this Indian Propecia called Apecia. And I tried that for a little bit, but I was getting some wacky side effects. So I stopped that, but what I'm doing now is I'm doing Rogaine twice a day. I do the Rogaine foam. Get right in the peaks, rub it in, go to the back. How's the back look?
It looks good.
Yeah, fill it up there. That's it, and then, and just the opposite on my balls, it's nair. Gets all the hair out. So bald here, full there. It's a match made in heaven, ladies. Match made in heaven.
Next is from Live and Uncut on Twitter. If you had to choose either your wife or Richard to live with for the rest of your life, who would it be and why?
Wow, that is a great question. Sorry, buddy. But I'm going to have to live with you for the rest of my life.
You pick me?
Do I stutter, Ed?
Thanks, honey.
Well, I've had my wife for quite a long time. I've known my wife for 16 years now, and I've only known Richard for 7. So to be fair and to balance it out, I have to give him at least 9 more. So, yeah. Welcome aboard, babe. You're in.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome, sweetie. Anything.
I want to thank Sal for answering all the questions that you, the fans, provided. Keep sending your questions in via Twitter, Facebook, email, and video submission. And remember that this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next week, I'm Rachel Fine, and I hope you had a fine time.
I know I did.
Thank you very much for that.
Shut the cameras off. Jesus.
Richie!
No Richie. Bye.
You don't even seem to understand the show. Yeah! You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
Hey, Stern fans, welcome to Fine Time, the show where you, the fans, get the opportunity to ask questions and interact with your favorite Stern Show staff, Whack Packers, and celebrity superfans. I'm your host, Rachel Fine. Now, when the guys at Howard TV first conceived the show, my guest today was one of the first names that popped up as a must-have. Now, it's not because of any one particular thing that he does. It's because he has utter and complete verbal diarrhea. You may love him, you may hate him, but you certainly know what his penis looks like. His phony phone calls are instant classics, and his least favorite number is 143. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Sal, the stockbroker, Governale.
Rachel Fine!
Sal Governale.
Hey.
We're not falling
okay.
for that. Let's just...
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Okay,
little
sit down.
You feel warm?
Not falling for that again.
Fresh and warm.
Just sit down. Are you ready to answer some fan questions?
I am ready. I'm ready for anything that you ask me.
Fantastic. Can I keep your eyes in this general direction?
Yes.
All right, first question comes from JM on Twitter. He wants to know, how did you feel when you got hired by Howard?
Extremely excited, Rachel, but at first, to be honest, I thought it was a prank because Gary pranked me 5 years prior. You know, they got me pretty good on the show. I was working on Wall Street, and I was actually that day writing jokes for Artie Lang because he was doing the Donald Trump roast. And I was kind of bummed out, you know, that Win John's job just ended, the great Richard Christie won, which was the greatest thing to happen to the show. And I got a call like, hello, you know, Howard was thinking we'd like to give you a shot here. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Sure enough, I got invited into the show, and it's been 7 years later. So it's been great.
Wouldn't be the same without you.
Oh, thank you.
Next question came in from Facebook. This is from John R. He says, F, marry, kill, Richard, Howard, and Robin, and explain your reasons.
Okay. Well, definitely marry Richard because I love him, and he's my second wife. I would probably fuck Howard because it would make for great radio. Robin, you won't believe what happened to me last night. What, Howard? Sal fucked me up the ass. Oh, my God, don't tell me that. Yes, he did. And I would, unfortunately, because of the game, have no choice but to kill Robin.
That hurts.
Sorry, Robin.
That's crazy.
Sorry to hear that.
What's wrong with him?
Only because of the game. Only because the game
you're really getting into that.
gives me no choice but to do it. Okay.
Excellent. Moving on.
Is she dead yet?
She is dead. Next question is from Joseph M. on Facebook. He asks, what do you want to do once the Stern Show ends?
You. Every
That is
night.
so sweet.
As long as Richie Wilson doesn't kill me.
You're going to have to clear that with Richie.
What do I want to do? I want to continue to write with Richard Christie, put shows together, comedy, perhaps work for a television show like Jimmy Kimmel, certainly pursue stand-up, and just continue within that vicinity in the entertainment industry in some capacity.
Sounds good. Maybe you'll be the next Ronnie Mund.
I said entertainment.
Next question is Kim S. also on Facebook.
Kim S.
She says, Sal,
Yes.
tell me one thing you love about your wife. Really love, no jokes. Can you?
Yes, of course. My wife is a spectacular and awesome mother. Really, really great. That's one. I could tell you a few.
Give me another.
I think she's absolutely beautiful. I think she has a great personality. And I also think if it wasn't for her, 80% of my material would be out the window. She always says to me that, you know, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have anything. And to some point, that's true. You know, the price that we pay for that is a different story. But it's certainly the truth. She's really good.
She's a good source of your comedy.
Yeah, she's got a good sense of humor.
So romantic. Next one also from Twitter is from Roger. He says, how did you ever pass the Series 7 exam?
I studied every day. I actually made it a job. I got up at 9 in the morning and I went to my kitchen table and I stayed there till 5 p.m. And the only time I took a break was at noon, like I took a lunch break, and I would put on The Price is Right during my lunch break. And I watched The Price is Right, and then I went back to studying, and I studied real hard. I crammed it all in, and I got an 86 first time out.
Nice. Do you think if you took it again today without preparing, you'd pass it?
68. It would take some time, but I could certainly pass it again.
Nice. Next question also from Twitter is from Stacy. Stacy says, is Gary still eating black and white cookies with crumbs running down his chin?
Well, I would have to say yes, I am. I love them, and there's nothing better to put me to sleep quicker than a good old batch of black and white cookies right after I'm done playing solitaire, boy.
Sorry to wake you up. Next one came in from Facebook. This is from Scott M.
Oh, Scott.
From Scott. Sal, what do you do all day other than the prank calls?
Well, that's a good question. We do song parodies. We listen to listener submissions. We put bits together. We put games together, like the Debbie the Come game today. We also write when people go out on the street. Rich and I actually go out on the street a lot, so we're constantly coming up with new concepts for the street, like Occupy Wall Street, like going to Harlem, talking about topical topics there. While the show was on, during the course of the show, I and Richard also sent Howard jokes and media during the course of the show through Will and Steve on the computer. We submit jokes for other people as well, like Evil Dave. When George Takei comes in, we write the announces for him. So constantly doing stuff.
You're a busy guy.
Yeah.
Jose N on Facebook says, has there ever been one call that you really loved but couldn't play it on the show?
Yes, there are quite a few, and there's one in particular that we really love. It took about 6 months to produce. It involved many characters on the show, like Wood Yee, like Craig Gass doing his Gene Simmons impersonation, and we just couldn't play it. This call was so good that Gary reached out to this particular person. They do have a product that they sell as well, and even gave that person the opportunity to come on the show and be interviewed about it, provided that we could play the prank call. Still didn't happen. There are a lot of great prank calls that we just can't play. People say no, and that's it. No is no. Everything that we do, we get a consent for. And if we don't get the consent, we can't play it.
What percentage doesn't make it through?
I would say lately it's been like 40-70 in our favor. About 40% does not make it through. 40%.
Do you recognize that 40 plus 70 is more than 100?
Oh, my God, I just might 40-60. 40-65, yeah.
Can we go back to the Series 7 question?
Yeah.
Michael G tweeted us.
So embarrassed.
Sal, is your hair growing back with the fake propecia?
Feel it. What do you think?
It actually looks good. It looks pretty full.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't feel it before. So
well, it was called Propecia, and I got it from India. I went to this website online because Propecia is very expensive, and I can't afford it. So I looked online, and I received this Indian Propecia called Apecia. And I tried that for a little bit, but I was getting some wacky side effects. So I stopped that, but what I'm doing now is I'm doing Rogaine twice a day. I do the Rogaine foam. Get right in the peaks, rub it in, go to the back. How's the back look?
It looks good.
Yeah, fill it up there. That's it. And then, and just the opposite on my balls and cock. It's nair. Gets all the hair out. So bald here, full there. It's a match made in heaven, ladies. Match made in heaven.
Next is from Live and Uncut on Twitter. If you had to choose either your wife or Richard to live with for the rest of your life, who would it be and why?
Wow, that is a great question. Sorry, buddy. But I'm going to have to live with you for the rest of my life.
You pick me?
Do I stutter, shithead?
Thanks, honey.
Well, I've had my wife for quite a long time. I've known my wife for 16 years now, and I've only known Richard for 7. So to be fair and to balance it out, I have to give him at least 9 more. So, yeah. Welcome aboard, babe. You're in.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome, sweetie. Anything.
I want to thank Sal for answering all the questions that you, the fans, provided. Keep sending your questions in via Twitter, Facebook, email, and video submission. And remember that this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next week, I'm Rachel Fine, and I hope you had a fine time.
I know I did.
Thank you very much for that.
Shut the cameras off. Jesus.
Richie!
No, Richie. Bye.
Joe Frazier dead at the age of 67. He passed away yesterday after a battle with cancer. He was a great fighter and had 3 legendary fights with Muhammad Ali.
Knocked Ali on his ass. Legendary left hook, right? He had a very strong...
Yeah, nobody ever saw that one coming.
Yeah.
Boxing was always a huge deal in my house. My father always watched the fights, and I remember being in 4th grade. It was the first Ali-Frazier fight, which I couldn't see. But, when I started working on the show, and we got Joe Frazier to come on the show, I was excited because Joe was a huge deal. He was one of the great boxers of my generation. Ali was the greatest, but you always need a great opponent to show how great you are. And that was, Frazier was that for Ali, so I loved having Joe Frazier on the show.
I think a true boxing fan would say that boxing skills, strictly boxing skills, and a powerful left hook, Frazier might have it over him.
Of course he does.
Ability-wise.
I just watched a documentary about the last fight between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. And there were a lot of things at the time I was growing up that I didn't know about Joe Frazier that I have learned in the interim. And he really was an incredibly generous guy, a guy who loved people, and he loved being a star, and he was incredibly unrecognized.
People say you're a soft touch, that whoever needed help, you would just give them your money.
That's right, I would help.
And now
if I think he's worth it. I love people.
You do. You like greeting the people, talking to them. You're a champion, and that's it.
The one thing that always came through with Joe that I found interesting was he really never got over the fact that he didn't get the respect he deserved, especially from Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali has said, if your manager hadn't thrown in the towel, he doubts he could have gotten up to finish the fight. It was the only thing that saved him was you throwing in the towel. And you didn't want to throw in any towel.
No.
Some doctor said that if you took another punch, your brain would explode. And you said, fuck that, I'm going in the ring. Would you fight Muhammad Ali right now? Why not? Why don't we set it up? Kick that motherfucker's ass once and for all.
Fight number 4?
Fight number 4. Grill in Manila, right here. I'll set it up.
Joe Frazier was one of the greatest boxers, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. I remember being a kid, watching those fights with Ali, and he was the only guy who could really stand toe-to-toe with Ali. But those fights, man, were just legendary. And the great thing about Joe Frazier wasn't only his boxing acumen, but he was a real personality, which is no small feat because Ali was such a big personality with the rhyming and all the things that he did. But Joe was just a funny guy who had a great sense of humor, and when he came on this show, you got to see that side of him in a lot of ways.
I said, this scam booger
right
is talking about me like,
say it.
He don't like me.
Holy mackerel.
But I said, give me the power.
Yeah.
The energy to know how to kill that scam booger.
Ali is, the greatest of all time. I still say he's the greatest of all time, but Joe Frazier is pretty damn close to that.
Called you a gorilla and made
No,
racial remarks?
That was after.
That was after.
Yeah, before was
that
when
was
the money
after,
came.
and then he
After he called him a gorilla.
Joe has been such a great guest on our show over the years.
A great
Responsible.
friend to the show.
He is. He's the greatest. And I told you, he's the greatest boxer of all time, and he's the greatest guy of all time. Robin's in love with Muhammad Ali.
Oh, stop
She's over there looking at his magic tricks, telling him he's a genius. He was doing magic tricks for her.
Told me you give it. I say it's too goddamn late for them tricks now, man. You should have had them tricks.
He was trying to
had them tricks 20 years ago.
He was trying
be on the left hook way. You know what I mean?
He was trying to show you the magic trick.
Yeah, he was trying. I told him it's too late.
It's too late. No magic.
Well, every time Joe Frazier came in, he always said hello to me and hugged me like he knew me, but I'm pretty sure he didn't know my name and never remembered me. But he was such a nice guy. His entourage was great. You know, I loved his son Marvis. I loved his nephew that turned out to not really be his nephew. Tyrone used to come in a lot, and all the people that were with him. We're really just a nice group of people.
That's right. Let me sing the praises of the Lord off key. Thank you. Now go ahead, Marvis. Take over.
Well, Lord is good, man. You know, He woke us up this morning, Howard. He gave us a new day. You know, look how God has blessed you.
Marvis, you preach like you box.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell is going on over there?
Yeah.
You got to get in the ring, man. You're putting me to sleep.
Joe Frazier, not only was he a phenomenal boxer, but he was one of the best guests ever on the Howard Stern Show. He just lit up the airwaves when he was on the air. So funny, so charismatic, and just so great, top to bottom.
You won't lick a girl's vagina?
No, not right now.
And you never done any gay stuff, right? In your whole life? Never.
Oh, no. Not yet.
Not yet.
I love Joe on the show because Joe was just funny. There was that time he came in and he started talking about spoopledoop, which I think was really funny. And then I always thought when he accidentally fell, even though people falling isn't funny, it really is. And when Joe accidentally fell and we made that the end of our CBS TV show for like 2 years, sort of like Mary Tyler Moore's cat meowing at the end. I love that. Joe just came in, you know, he always had a story, whether it was cutting his toe off in the lawnmower or a lot of things. But, you know, Joe was just a part of the family.
What does that mean when a man has 4 or 5 different wives?
Not doing the job.
You're not doing the job, right? The women he's not doing the. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Amen.
He had a great sense of humor about himself and about the situations he was put in. So whether it was bringing in, you know, Marvis or someone else, or him just coming in on his own, he was an entertainer first, and that's why he succeeded. You almost forgot he was a legendary boxer who can beat the crap out of anybody around. He was more of an entertainer. You saw that personality shine, and Howard really took to it. And of course, Howard saying that Joe Frazier was the greatest of all time, knowing Robin was such a big Ali guy, always made it interesting. So even though Howard doesn't know anything about sports, he did know about smoking Joe Frazier.
You know why they remember you? Because you pounded him so bad, all he could do is one magic trick. I mean, it's the same goddamn magic trick.
I told him as soon
He made says he will always remember Frazier with respect and admiration. Ali, who was involved in 3 legendary fights with Frazier, also said the world has lost a great champion.
Right.
George Foreman
Like a butterfly, sting like a dead bee.
Yo, Fraser got me, can't you see?
Joe, even though you're gone, your voice will live on with the Stern Show, and we miss you, buddy.
Rest in peace, pal.
Your black heart, so sweet.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Joe?
How are y'all? Hello, Howard, world. How y'all been? My name is Joe Fraser.
Welcome once again. We have one of the greatest pugilists of this fistic era. That in the program, Smoke.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
Do you reveal your penis size in this book?
Huh?
You got a big one, right?
Huh?
You got a big...
My fits?
Not fits. You know what I'm talking about. I told Joe when he was alive he was the greatest. And that what Muhammad Ali said to him was disgusting. And I just like to see that Muhammad said something nice about Joe. And Joe Frazier was a great guy and a great guest, and I will miss him.
We will all miss him.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, Ronnie the limo driver came in and we talked about his poem that he read at the holiday party. Ronnie's still not really understanding how he insulted Howard. And then we talked a little bit about Ronnie and Doug Goodstein had a little bit of a disagreement because he thought that Doug threw him under the bus, and that turned into the whole thing. Here's how it all went down.
Now, do you guys think Howard had a right to be offended by Ronnie and what he did, or was Howard overreacting?
Oh, I think he had a right in a sense. As soon as I was in the back of the room when Ronnie was doing his speech or poem or whatever, and as soon as I heard that one line about Howard being an ass, I turned to whoever was standing next to me and I go, That's going to be the only line Howard heard because it was the only line I heard. This is what I heard. My boss is an ass. I mean, because it was, we played that tape today, which was kind of hard to hear. But standing in the back of the room, people are talking. It's noisy. There's that speaker system, and then I just hear a lot of mumbling, and then Howard Stern is an ass. And I knew that would cut right through everything. That'll be the one thing everybody heard.
Would you characterize Ronnie as a sloppy drunk?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when he gets really drunk, he does things he regrets. So I guess so.
Yeah, he's blacking out. I mean,
okay, so here are the things that I've seen. Again, none of which bother me. I'm sort of in the whole thing, like with Benji. When Benji was acting wacky, say 2 years ago at the party, didn't bother me. I am just noticing this. All right, the Bubba wedding was a classic. Were you guys? You weren't working with us at the time, Jason. Were you at the Howard and Beth's karaoke?
Yes,
Valentine's party
yeah.
where Ronnie took his shirt off and
Yes.
passed out in the King's Throne.
I have pictures of it.
Okay, that was another great one. And then there's been a couple of Christmas parties. And there's also been a couple of Ronnie's, I haven't been to all of them, but Ronnie's birthdays at Scores and Rick's that I heard have been in that vein.
But he gave a weird drunken speech at my wedding, too, which was very nice, but he was just going on and on about how I go to strip clubs and like all this stuff. And at some point I was like, Ronnie, does this go anywhere?
Was he like Zach Galifianakis at the rehearsal dinner?
Well, another thing Ronnie did today was actually walk out. If you missed it, let's hear that clip.
You've lost it. Your ego is way out of control. Dude, humble yourself a little.
All right.
You're out of control.
All right. I'm done.
You're drinking too much? Listen to me. Look at me.
I'm done.
What are you done with? What about an apology? What about an apology? Come here. Get in here. Get in here now.
No, you're not apologizing on mic. What the heck was that?
He just left. He left. He's done.
Your worst moment, Ronnie.
Why did you walk out, Ronnie?
I was done.
But you were genuinely hurt. And surprised, right?
Ambushed.
Well, I would say blindsided.
Yeah.
You didn't see it coming today, did you?
No.
But the funny thing is, everybody else did.
Okay. All right.
But I knew you didn't, and I knew that.
Well,
I know that feeling. I've been in your shoes. You feel so blindsided that you feel stupid, and you want to leave.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to hear anymore. Just walk out.
When you went through your poem, and JD read it, you wrote it, were you worried about that ass line and being crass, or did you think, oh, he'll know I'm just kidding around and, just being yourself, I guess?
Yeah, well, basically, if you listen to the end of it, I was complimenting him. But he doesn't get that. He just like...
Well, how is it a compliment if you say some people think you're an ass?
Some people. I didn't say me. I didn't say Gary said it. I didn't say you said it. I said some people, meaning
it could be anybody that
media
said it.
people, whatever people that always who's made fun of him and said he was shit or whatever on the air.
The Pope.
Whatever. Then I said how everybody here loves him. But that didn't translate into his head, I guess. I was insulting him and his wife, which I don't get at all. I'm sorry.
Well, the only thing he heard was you calling him an ass. I mean,
I didn't call him an ass, John.
All right, JD called. Well, JD,
no, I didn't call. If you read the fucking goddamn poem, John, I didn't say Howard, you're an ass, did I? I said some people call you an ass.
Well, Fred said
I didn't say me.
Fred said he had read it before. You showed it to him and told you may want to think twice about that.
He never told me to take the ass part.
I never said John was a pedophile. I'm just saying some people say John's a pedophile.
Thank you, Sal.
No problem.
But JD, when you were reading it, you told me that you thought twice about that line. You thought Ronnie may get some shit for that.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the odder parts of the poem when I did the first read through of it. But listen, I was just trying to power through it. I didn't want to. I wanted to be as entertaining as everything was made it out to be.
Do you think Howard has a right to be offended by what Ronnie did or how he acted?
I can see how Howard is offended, but I can also see how Ronnie was trying to. I can see how Ronnie wasn't actually. He was trying to say something nice, but in a weird way. I can see where both points of views are.
It seemed to me just like listen, if Howard, I could understand now Howard's point of view about it. At the time, I didn't realize it at all. It just seemed more like a roast kind of thing. But hey, some people say this, but we all love you. That's what it seemed like to me.
I think we're learning that it actually takes talent to write poetry, and that words are a tricky thing, and that it's all about how you arrange
you've heard
them
the last fucking poem out of me around here.
You're done?
That's for sure.
You're done?
I'm done, man.
Oh. What made you decide that?
What are you kidding me?
No,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Your balls get busted all the time.
Yeah,
and
but
now
this is
all
like
of a sudden you're folded
I
up.
insulted his wife. How did I don't even know how I insulted his wife.
I can tell you.
We can tell you
How?
that.
Because they've been together a long time, and you
10
called her
years.
his new wife.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Yes, you
It's on
did,
tape,
Ronnie.
that's what it is.
That's your blackout
Those are your
speech.
Ronnie.
You said your new wife,
Ronnie.
and I think that's a little sensitive in the sense that he's been with her for 10 years.
Wait a minute.
Ronnie,
wait,
You
wait.
blacked out.
It wasn't part of your poem, but when you came back to give a speech,
Yeah.
Your second one.
yeah, you absolutely said that. We know because the reaction of everybody in the room was like, "What did he
I
just
think
say?"
you called her a chippy or something. Oh, no, that's
No.
what Scott's
No.
wife called you.
Yeah. It was right before you fucked Robin Salem at the party.
That was also funny because I had heard, tell me, not to get too many
You
subjects.
ask me whatever you want, Gary, because
I had heard that
this might be the last time you have me on the air. Okay. So,
I had heard that you said before Scott's wife got there that she better not start with me. I don't want not taking any shit from her. If she fucks with me, I'm going to give it right back to her. And then, like 30 minutes later, you guys were dirty dancing.
Yeah, because first of all, I wasn't the one who was really hurt by the whole thing. It was Stephanie who was hurt by it.
But what happened that she didn't give you any shit? I guess did she apologize?
She apologized to me, and she also apologized to Rachel for last year.
All right, so that's cool.
What about the Stephanie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and to Stephanie.
So it was all water under the bridge.
See, but we didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
Worked
it was,
out on the dance
well, you guys didn't have cameras.
Now, what
You had to
happened-
follow me around.
No, you wouldn't
Why?
come in this morning because you were still mad at the other thing.
Now, why did Howard think you were loaded when he first got there? He said you were drunk
I
from
wasn't.
the get-go.
I don't know. I didn't even do a shot. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know.
You were pretty drunk when I first got there.
I wasn't drunk at all, Jason, the whole night.
Well, you don't remember giving a speech?
I remember giving it. I just wanted to see. We went out to dinner the other night. Doug Goodstein and Richie and Ganji and I forget who else was there. And he started this whole thing with, "Do you remember the speech he gave?" And everything with him, he's recording on his phone. I mean, we're out for dinner. We're supposed to be like we're on vacation, but everything with him is the TV show. I mean, you can't have a night where you just sit there and have fun where it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yes and no.
I understand.
Yes and no, because I think you were in here a little bit about a year ago telling me everything that Ganji ate when you guys went on that shoot in Texas.
Yeah, well, you asked me and I'm answering.
Dude, I don't care where this story's going. You were drunk at the Christmas party.
But I wasn't drunk.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't drunk.
You were worse than drunk.
No, I
you were
wasn't. No, I
oblivious.
wasn't. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
All right, if you weren't drunk, how would you categorize yourself?
I was high, having fun.
Okay, here's a question: if you were driving and you got pulled over,
No, I wasn't driving.
Would you? If you were,
I would have went to jail.
you would have gone to jail.
But you'd be having fun.
I would have went to jail, but I wasn't loaded to the point where you had to carry me out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this guy walked out in his own 2 feet. What are we getting on
Yeah,
this
exactly.
ass for?
Matt in Syracuse, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, John. Hey, Gary. Love the show.
Thanks, Matt. What's up? What's your question?
No question. It's just rip Ronnie's ass apart. There's no question.
No, go ahead. Make your comment, Matt.
In fact, I think I'm ripping on Howard because I think if Howard's got such a problem with Ronnie's behavior, he continues to validate it by putting him on the air and making a big farce out of everything. If Ronnie needs to shape up, Howard's got to be the one to say something about it.
Who would have ever thought that Ronnie would be the one to take himself off the air? Like, I would have swore if it came down to it, it would have been Howard kicking you off the air.
What do you think of that, Ronnie? Do you think that if Howard were really, really upset with you, he wouldn't bring it up on the air? He'd talk to you about it off the air?
But I don't know anymore. I don't know where he's coming from anymore.
Did you talk about the party at all when you drove him in this morning?
Happy New Year. How are you? How was your vacation? That was it.
How's that new wife of yours?
Yeah.
So this literally came out of nowhere to you this morning. You didn't expect to hear anything about the poem. Did you think you would be praised for the poem?
I don't know. I thought it was halfway decent. I didn't think it was terrible.
Not like you rhymed ass was ass or anything.
It's not like I cursed him. I didn't. He claims I cursed him out, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. All he did was hit me this morning with, below the belt with everything. Didn't bring up anything like good stuff. Like the one good thing out of the whole vacation was how I got great shit on Twitter and from people about hosting the best thing of 2011. Didn't say a fucking word about that. But rather hammer me to death.
Did you really expect that he was going to walk in, flip the switch this morning? And
No. But
you should hear how good Ronnie was.
No. during this whole thing, I could have got something out of it where I wasn't fucking stabbed. You know what I'm saying?
Stabbed?
Fucking stabbed.
Well, he made an observation. It's not like he made it up. He didn't make up what you said. That would be stabbing you.
Gary, I never said he... You can't win,
Ronnie. This is
sorry.
part of what Howard was making fun of you for this morning. You heard from a few people on Twitter that thought you did a good job, which I'm sure you did.
Few people,
and now
much much more than a few people.
Why wasn't this the conversation this morning?
No, Jason. By the way, why are you hammering me now? Why are you in here busting my fucking ass now?
Oh, I'm busting your ass because you're on that microphone right there.
Okay, good. This was your part of your plan too, right?
Yep.
What?
John called me last
bring
night.
him in here.
It is never part of my plan to have
Okay.
Jason in here.
All right.
Never.
All right, whatever.
He actually rolled in on his own.
Whatever.
But
Hey,
why
hey,
did
Ronnie's getting some good tweets right now. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm getting great tweets.
But Ronnie, did you expect
I can imagine.
when you were
I
in-
haven't even looked, and I'm not looking.
Before you walked out, okay, Howard hit you a little bit, but did you expect like Robin or Fred or JD was in there? Did you think he'd have your back?
No, nobody has your back. Nobody.
No.
You could be 100% right. Nobody's got your back.
But who's to say what right and wrong is?
You can't win. I'm sorry.
Is there
That's it.
anyone on record that will say that Ronnie was not drunk off his ass at the party?
I think he was in control. Like I think he knew. Like
I don't even-
You have Benji, you have a low level of credibility.
No, what I mean is, I don't think Ronnie was like we've seen like people that are completely out of control at a party.
Ronnie
that throw up or like Ronnie's have to be carried out. Like he wasn't. I think he, for the most, I think he knew what he was doing.
There were definitely drunker people there.
I gotta say,
but
there's in between being completely sober and not having to be carried out are many different variations.
Is there anything you did, Ronnie, that you're embarrassed about?
No.
There's one guy that was at the party that, at least in the back office, we all universally think was by far the drunkest person at the party.
I know who it is.
And that person didn't do anything. You wouldn't say, oh, my God,
Right.
that person did this or did that. But if you ask me point blank who was the most wasted at the party, I have an answer.
But don't you think that that's because the person comes across as so laid back and conservative? Otherwise, you wouldn't have noticed.
It was definitely part of you're not expecting it from him,
right?
Even though we don't know him that well. But the other point is,
Jason, you can say who it is. It's pretty obvious.
At a certain point during the party, I'm pretty sure he had no idea who I was. Like, don't
worry, on Howard TV, they'll see who it is.
Who are you talking about?
Your dance partner.
Yeah, you were dancing with
yeah,
him.
I have lots of pictures.
Tugging
of you
his
dancing.
tie.
Oh, John Lieberman?
Yeah. Billy and Reno, you're on the wrap-up show. Billy, you there?
Oh, hey, good morning, guys. I kind of feel bad for Ronnie in this situation because I felt like all morning Howard was playing the whole ass comment, and then even when they played the recording of JD reading the poem, they cut it off as soon as he says, oh, my boss is an ass. When I feel like it's kind of out of context when he was actually trying to compliment Howard.
Yeah, he said, though some people call my boss an ass and some say he's crass. And what's the next line?
But
we think Howard and Beth are top class.
Right.
The problem was the setting. This wasn't a poetry club meeting.
Understood, Jason, but he wanted me to read a poem. He asked me to do it.
I'm explaining how the room heard it, not what was in the poem. Once you heard that line, ass, that's it. That's all people. Like, I'm just saying, like, people start murmuring amongst themselves. They don't hear the rest of the poem after that. I'm just explaining to the guy on the phone, yeah, maybe when you're sitting and listening to it replayed back on the radio, it's a little bit different. But at the party, that's a lot. That's that line. Everybody heard that.
Like,
line.
did you hear Robin's speach?
No.
Really?
No.
You sure you were there? You sure you weren't drunk?
I was standing right next to him, but I didn't really hear it.
You were screaming during it.
He didn't hear it because he was so busy yelling.
I was going to say, if you could have embodied the sentiment of Robin's speech into a poem, you'd have been fine.
Yes, Robin has 14 families.
I remember making a speech at the party, after the poem, but I said to Doug Goodstein, like I was saying at dinner, that I didn't remember. So right away, you didn't remember? Get this on. Let's get this on tape. Let's get this on tape. You really didn't remember?
Hey, can I just say Ronnie does an awesome Doug Goodstein? Not the voice, but the face is awesome.
And then he ran in there this morning. It was like, ooh, like a little old lady. You couldn't wait to fucking spill his guts.
When you were writing the poem, did the word top class come before ass, and you had to get a word that rhymed with top class?
Yeah, well, the whole thing came together.
It was ass and crass.
But do you remember like what order you wrote it in? Like, were you like, oh, I need a word that rhymes with
I
top
don't remember
class?
how I wrote. I scribble a lot.
I think he started with the line "Howard's an ass" and then wrote the poem around that.
No, I never said Howard's an ass. I said Howard.
Some people.
Oh.
I never said Howard's an ass.
See, would he
So I
have
was saying
better?
maybe you could incorporate about bass
But that's
or
how he liked to interpret it.
would he have been
that I basically called him an ass.
Now, would he have been better off if he said, Jay Leno calls you an ass, but that jackass has no class. Would that have been better?
It's still a horrible line, but yeah,
that pentameter's a little.
Look,
Yeah.
I wasn't writing and communicating is a talent.
My paradiddle.
Ronnie, kidding aside, it seems like, I mean, you get a lot of shit on the air. We all know that. But it seems like this time you're genuinely hurt versus other times you kind of brush it off.
I didn't do the poem to fucking insult him, and he keeps saying that I did it to insult him. So it's such bullshit.
Will you talk with him about it?
No.
Why not?
Because everything's on the air. He'll talk to me. If he wants to talk to me, he'll bring it up on the air tomorrow.
But you wouldn't talk to him about it on the air today.
No, because I was done. I had enough.
Will you go back in if he wants you tomorrow?
We'll see what happens tomorrow. I don't know.
Ronnie, it seems the one you're most upset with is actually Doug.
No, I'm not upset with
Doug Z.
I'm not that upset with. I told him this morning. I said, we went out to dinner the other night. And you just can't go out.
You can go out.
No, you can't. Not with you, dude. Not with you. Because every time we go out, it's like it's a fucking TV show for you.
What do you mean? You broke news to me. I knew this was going to happen today.
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen because I told you. I didn't know about it, but I did know about it.
You told me 2 weeks
and
later.
And I wanted to just see what the fuck you were going to do.
You told
and
me
right away, can I put this on my camera phone?
I got your reaction. That's what I do. Things don't only happen in the studio. Do we cover you all over the place, all over the country?
But
is that out of the studio?
No,
Duh.
yeah, because that's a booked appearance.
No. I'm talking
we were
about
out for a social dinner with girlfriends, wives, or whatever, and to you that there is no in between. It's always a TV show.
That's right. The show's always on.
Good.
It should be for you
well,
too.
Then you know what?
But we're talking about
next
I like
time
Doug's attitude.
you make
what?
I like Doug's attitude.
No, you wouldn't like it, Jason. If you're always the center of attention with this bullshit, you wouldn't like it.
I would love it if I was
Doug,
the
if
center.
I don't think so.
Doug, if Ronnie said to you,
don't invite me anymore.
If Ronnie said to you,
your
hey, Doug,
outside things.
Hey, Doug.
No, I'll stop, Ronnie. I know you're sensitive to it now. I'll give you tissues next time.
No, I don't need tissues.
But if,
I don't need tissues, dude.
If this came up as it did in your dinner conversation, and Ronnie said to you, hey, I don't want a camera on right now, would you turn it off? Or do you know?
Yes, I would.
No,
I
wouldn't.
would.
No,
and just so you know, the 10-second clip of video that I shot that we're talking about of saying when I took out the thing on the cell phone, I said, "So Ronnie, you didn't know about the you made a speech. I just wanted to get his reaction because I know it was going to come up today. That's it. It's 10 seconds. I won't even use it. I'm going to erase it. I'll erase it right in front of your face. How about that?
How about it?
Well, I wish the pace was more like you.
Can I tape you erasing it?
Yeah, but would he erase it? No.
But I'll show it to you guys first if you want to see it.
Hey, Ronnie.
No, I won't, Ronnie.
But the
I'll
big
erase it
thing
if
was
you
I
don't
thought
want.
which was interesting. So you say Ronnie says he didn't remember. It was like virtual. I guess what's described as a blackout. And Ronnie, you're saying that was a joke?
I was saying, yeah, I knew exactly what I knew. I made a speech. I don't remember everything I said, obviously.
Do you think there were moments of it that you're blacked out?
No, I wasn't blacked out.
Well,
I just didn't remember.
If you don't remember certain
that doesn't
things,
mean I'm blacked out. You're blacked out. You're laying on the floor practically.
No,
you
you could have a blackout without falling on the floor, meaning you have lapses in memory.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I didn't remember. I didn't remember saying about what you.
Right, the new wife thing. But see, that's a blackout.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, it's not remembering.
Maybe it's early Alzheimer's or something?
Yeah, maybe.
Early old timers?
Maybe it is.
That's low.
Is it really early?
Gary, is it fair for Ronnie to complain about Doug always having the camera on, or is that part of the bargain you make in being part of the show?
I don't, these guys hang around a lot more than I do off the show, so I just figure I don't know what their deal is. I figure they got it.
It always winds up in an argument. It really does. It does because he's got to film everything.
This whole exchange, we're talking about this whole conversation with the video is about 10 seconds. And
Whatever.
the conversation
It's still
was
a
about
camera.
2 minutes.
It's still right away with a camera. Oh, can I film it? I got to film it.
All right, so
I got to film it for the TV show.
John, I'll ask you a
That's
question.
right. And we like to film you all over the place. We'll stop that if you want.
But that's.
But I'm saying
one thing has nothing to do with the other.
You're missing the point. I'm saying
you're missing
outside
the point.
at your appearances, we shoot you all over the place, not just at your club at the appearance.
You don't.
Yes, we do. We go out. We have cameras sometimes. We'll do other things. We'll take you around and about.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But it's
and if something happens,
it's part of your work thing. We weren't working at all. Were we working at all that night? No.
I've been invited to the lovely Goodstein household on several occasions, and none of that ended up on TV or cameras.
How come?
I don't know.
But Ronnie,
so you think it's personal?
It sounds like Doug said before he taped, he said, "Can I tape this?" Right?
It's like I'm fucking Doug's clown or something.
Oh,
You're not my
personal.
clown.
Yes,
See, it is.
I knew it.
Well, I'm going to be very sensitive to it because I respect Ronnie. Believe it or not, I do. I like him a lot, and I don't want to hurt his feelings. Seriously, I'm not.
No,
gonna
you
kid around.
You didn't hurt my feelings.
I didn't do it to hurt your feelings.
It just proves how it's everything. Everything you can't, separate work from having a social night out.
But Doug, didn't you say you said, "Can I tape this?" before you taped it?
Yeah, he did, and I knew he was going to bring it up today.
Well, I mean, but. So
and this is Gary. Would you have brought this up if this happened privately at a dinner that you were at?
Yeah, I think I would. I wouldn't have needed to tape it because my word is worth it. But I get what you were going for. I certainly would have brought it up. That Ronnie didn't remember totally.
Do you feel like Doug has you on a string in some kind of way, Ronnie? And when did you start feeling this way?
Do I have that power over
You
Ronnie?
went a little strong there, John.
Yeah, I'm a puppet. Yes, I'm Doug's
he's
puppet.
not my puppet.
No, seriously. When did you start? Is
No,
this
it's
something
just-
new?
It's not new because every time we go out, it turns out to be a camera thing. What do you mean?
But isn't that all?
I don't see everybody sitting there filming you,
Isn't that-
Doug.
Doesn't that happen when anyone and everyone goes out and with work? Doesn't something always happen? Doesn't someone always bring out a camera? I just saw clips from your
Doug,
New
I
Year's
could have
Eve
brought
party.
out camera. I could have brought out my camera phone in your house and taped things that you said.
But
that was so fucking ridiculous.
Did Doug say
Like
anything
what?
interesting worth taping?
Doug's never said anything interesting.
Look, Marlo.
Unfortunately, Ronnie doesn't remember.
All right, wait. You invite people to your house, okay?
Right.
You invite them for drinks before you're going out. So the guy pours you a drink, and then he goes, "Would you like some chips? Well, if you want, bring them out." Okay. Goes to the closet. There's no chips. He starts yelling to the wife, "Marla, we have no chips. Oh, we got some old kettle corn here."
Kettle corn? What are you talking about? It's opened it that day.
No, you didn't, dude. That was it was opened already. It was stale.
Party foul.
Give me a fucking break.
If you're going to tell a story, tell the story correctly.
telling it correctly.
No, you were supposed to come over. We had a babysitter at 8 o'clock, and you told me your girlfriend was not getting home till 6:30. I
Right.
gave you an hour. Figured you'd get there by 7:30. We'd hang out for 10, 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever, half
and
hour.
And then you offered,
But you
and
showed
then
up
you
at
had nothing.
You showed up
Why
at
would
7?
you offer if you don't have anything?
I had plenty.
Don't offer.
I had a fresh bag of kettle corn.
Yeah.
I said, let me have an old bag.
All right, Ronnie,
Open the bag that day, you dummy.
The secret's out.
So ridiculous, Doug.
I know, he really got me there.
Did you realize there was such angst between the two of them?
I didn't even know they hung out. I swear to God.
No, we hung out.
And
We
we have a
hang
good
out.
time.
We
We have a
hang
great
out
time.
all the time. But you know what? It's so ridiculous. It's got to be about the TV show.
I thought I was the only one that got angry about snacks, but it's good to know I'm not alone.
I got angry because I didn't like. It was like all these little crumbs.
It's bullshit. I agree
in a
with
bowl,
you.
in a fucking bowl.
Fuck
and then
off.
he's asking his poor daughter, "Oh, would you like some?" There's nothing there. It was like little pieces,
No,
like
it
old the
wasn't.
bottom
Oh
of the
my
bag.
God.
But there's no
So you
place.
think-
You got to go get a bag of
I
Ruffles.
wish I
Doug,
pulled
come
out the
on.
camera. 'cause
Doug
this is
starves
not
the baby.
true.
Is that what you're saying?
Next time I'm going to bring my own stuff with, so you have something
Yeah,
there.
bring some dip.
Ronnie, you're
Oh,
going to get
yeah.
upset tomorrow when other clips potentially come up that from a private party?
What?
I think he's talking about what
There's
you
New
shot
Year's
at your
Eve
New Year's
parties.
Eve
I
party.
didn't shoot anything.
See, I didn't. I wasn't there, but other people did.
No, but people asked me. They asked me in advance, "Is it okay?" And I said, "Yeah."
But Doug asked
speaking
you
of
too,
spending-
though.
Yeah, but I knew. I said yes for a reason, just to see what was going to happen.
Oh, that was smart.
See what happened?
Yeah, I see what happened.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, there was a lot of talk about transcendental meditation. Scott DePace doesn't believe in it, although we don't know why. Gary's doing it, Jason's doing it, Ganji's trying to do it. So we talked about it and what you believe, and as always, it ended up in a fight, because all good wrap-up shows.
We should start off, since we have Ganji here, with the whole TM thing. And I asked DePace to come down. I think he's going to in a little bit. But it seemed that conversation, first of all, page 69 is back. Some people are excited. Some people are terrified. I know Will and Jason are very proud of it. And they
Who does stories about them?
Nobody.
They have done stories about each other at times. But, yeah, you're right, Ganji. For the most part, it's all of us.
I like to do page 70.
But today there was a story about Scott DePace not believing in TM. But that quickly went from Scott not believing in something he doesn't do to Ganji and him not having the time to do it. And how we talked about this before, once your name comes up, Howard just seems to zero in on you. And he said a lot of things about you personally, the way you're brought up, all that stuff. And I know you don't enjoy hearing it, but I mean, let's start from the beginning. Can you make the time for this, or are you just choosing not to?
No, I'm trying to. I want to. So I'm trying to make time. What was happening? I've been doing it consistently once a day. So around.
Oh, so you've been doing it the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been doing it once a day. So I do it every day around like 7 o'clock at night. So I do it in my office before I leave work. So I've been trying to do it in the morning. My biggest problem is not getting up early enough to do it where it makes sense. So what was happening is I was getting up early and I was literally just moving from my bed to my couch and then re-falling asleep. So it wasn't like I feel like I wasn't getting anything out of it. I was just falling asleep in a different spot.
Okay, so if you're getting up early, why don't you get up early, shower, eat, do all your stuff, and then try it?
Well, then I just need to get up a little bit earlier to do that. So,
but you were getting up earlier to do it anyway.
But I feel like I need to be up and like kind of like a little bit of little active before I.
Right.
Just taking a shower is not going to make me not fall asleep on my couch.
So before you did TM, what you got up in the morning, right? And then what do you do?
Wait, in the morning?
Yeah, like you get up,
like before I did TM.
Right.
All right, I get up in the morning, I take the shower, and I'm out the door in literally like 30 minutes.
Okay, so do all of that, but get up 20 minutes earlier and then do TM after you get ready to go out the door.
No, true. And the other thing was a couple times where I was doing it, again, I was falling asleep, and then I was like late for work. So
but don't you set a little time? They make a little app on your iPhone.
I do, but I wasn't hearing it. For whatever reason, I wasn't hearing it.
Really? You're one of those guys?
It takes,
Maybe TM was
like
putting
10
him
alarms.
in a trance and he couldn't hear it.
No, it takes like 10 alarm clocks for me to get up in the morning, and if I fall asleep, sometimes I don't hear it. I don't.
Yeah, did you hear they made a movie about you?
What's
The
that?
smartest guy in the room.
Gary, everything you say, whenever you say something like that, you're the exact opposite. You say the exact same shit. Yesterday, you tried to tell me how Apple TV is the best thing there is, and I'm saying
No, I didn't say it was the best
Xbox.
thing. No,
I mean,
but see, here's we're not going to turn
you,
this.
it's your way.
We're not going to turn this into a big argument. You, quite honestly, I said Xbox. I said Apple TV is really good, and you were more like, I use Xbox. You sort of discounted what I said. You're like yours is the greatest, and my idea was stupid.
No,
That's
for me.
because I didn't know.
I'm not an Apple guy.
I didn't know anything about your Xbox, and so we were talking about using TV and how you can watch things around the house.
Yeah.
And I said, I got to tell you, Apple TV's the greatest thing. And he goes, yeah, I don't know anything about that. I use Xbox. He was sort of really downgrading. Yeah,
I said I know a lot about that. I've used it at a friend's house, and I think the Xbox is better. That's it.
Okay, now that you two have agreed to disagree once again.
But Gary just doesn't understand that. He thinks, he finds there's no issue with with Will or whoever making fun of me for being mildly into religion, but yet you've got a view now on TM, and I can't make fun of that at all.
I didn't say you couldn't make fun of it.
Well,
I didn't say it. Howard said it. I think it's interesting. Listen, by the way, you're not the only one. There's other people here who are, I will say, skeptical. You're just a loudmouth about it. But you're not alone. In other words, you're
not a loudmouth. I talked to one person, Doug Goodstein, about it, and then he yapped to Jason.
Well,
then yapped.
He was upset about it. I will tell you that Doug told a couple of people because
he's a baby.
It's sort of like you're trying to try out this thing.
I'm confused though. Why is Doug upset? Because Scott put it down. Doug can't do it now.
I get it. I get it. When you're in a room with a bunch of people you deal with every day, and then somebody that I guess Doug respects on some level, tells you that what you're doing is stupid and gay and a waste of time and a dumbass nap, you start to, you're trying to find your way to do it in the first place. Now, I know Howard would say, "Oh, are you such a simpleton that Scott DePace's opinion matters to you? Just do your own thing." But it does weigh on you a little bit. Like, I know there's people here that aren't doing it, that think it's dumb, but they just don't say it to me.
Can I watch you do it?
Sure. I mean, there's nothing.
Did you refer to it as a dumbass nap?
Yes, you have. You did to me, too.
Maybe. It sounds like something I would say. Yeah.
But what about what Howard's saying? How could you not believe in something that you haven't tried?
Well, I would say the same thing to him. He has not tried religion or Christianity, right? I mean,
I think he has, actually. He has. No, I think he's
tried Christianity.
Nobody's tried religion.
Well, not Christianity. Maybe that's
Christianity. You should know what you're into.
Yeah, he's into something different. Christianity.
Christianity.
Did I say it wrong?
Like 5 times.
Christianity.
That's right. That's it.
Anyway, so I don't understand. In other words, I'm just simply saying that I agree. If it works for him, that's great. But don't make me out to be foolish or
but nobody did.
I don't believe it.
But see, nobody did. What happened was you were making Doug out to be foolish for trying it.
Doug and I are friends. I'm making.
See, that's a deflection. But you're just
saying.
Then
Howard says, "Well, you've never tried it. You don't know."
You just said, "Hey, if I'm into religion, don't mock me for being into religion." But then Doug tried TM and you mocked him for it, and you're like, "Well, that's just me being fun."
But Howard and Will do. mock me for, or they did once. I'm not
Yeah, I
even
don't
Mr.
remember that.
Religious.
Yeah, I don't think of you as very religious.
But it became that I was stupid because I happen to believe in God, and that evolution perhaps is one of God's things.
Well, I'm having a vague recollection. Were you one of those guys who doesn't think that evolution should be taught in school? I couldn't remember.
No, it came up around that. I just said that I'm not willing to believe that a bang created all this thing. I think God is behind stuff, and that's it. I believe if there is evolution, I could care less if there is. If there is evolution, I think God is behind it. That's it. That was my simple statement that somehow made me out to be crazy. And I would just like to say that Howard basically said the same thing today, that since I don't believe in his way, that...
But let's get to the core of it, because I just asked you about it. You just said, hey, don't mock me for being into religion. And then I said, well, why'd you mock Doug for trying TM? And you go, oh, we're just kidding around.
Listen.
But you just said, how do you know Will and Howard weren't kidding around with you for the sake of the air?
Well, that could be. But,
But you can't have it both ways.
Well, of course, and Howard can't either, right?
No, I'm talking about
Howard
you.
can't
Hold on,
either.
I'm talking about you.
I'm talking about Howard.
I know, but I'm talking about you.
How is Howard having it both
John, what do
ways?
you feel about it? Why don't you do it?
What, TM?
Yeah.
Because it's not for me.
How do you know? You haven't tried it.
Because I've talked with Gary and other people about it, and I respect that they're doing it, but ultimately it's just not for me. I sit in front of I sit in front of a TV for hours. That's my TM. Okay, I get away that way.
Yeah, and I get it from golf. I don't need.
But I'm not saying I don't believe in TM and it doesn't work for people. And it sounded like that's what you were saying to Doug and others.
You were making it like John says it's not for me. Whereas what I got from what everybody said you said is you said it's stupid.
People need to lighten up.
No, but what do you think it's stupid?
I can't. To me, it's something that I don't think I could use. I don't need it.
That's fine.
And that's fine.
But do you think it's stupid?
But amongst friends, yes, it's stupid.
But why?
Would I say it to Howard or you?
I think your religion is stupid. So what's the difference in what I said and what you said?
And you've told me as much. So what's the difference?
I have not. I'm not willing. I wasn't in on that conversation.
Of course, you've said it in the past. What do you believe?
No, I haven't.
Yes,
you and I don't
have.
talk religion.
In this room, we've said it.
Are you a devout Christian?
No, we're not.
But I don't think, Scott. I do think it's ridiculous that you say I don't believe in it. With it doesn't. I don't think you know a lot about it, about what the purpose is, that kind of thing. But we do that all the time about every single subject here. How many of us tried the video caddy before we bashed how silly it was?
I pretty much saw how it worked. I mean, I didn't have to try. I don't play golf, so it doesn't matter.
Well, that's ridiculous, though. If you believe it, see, you don't.
I know.
play golf.
No, hold on. I know that. I agree with Howard. This is what we're going to say. I know that
you're basically saying tripods are silly.
I know that you should videotape yourself playing golf. I know that works. I'm not sure that the clamp you're selling is the answer.
But
it's one answer,
that's
but not
like
the
saying
answer.
A tripod is ridiculous.
No, there are just better tripods and clamps.
But you don't want.
You can't. You
don't want a tripod on the golf course.
You can't reinvent a clamp.
I didn't reinvent anything. I made one and brought it to a market. That was it.
So
that's all I did.
You're saying that you can call TM stupid with certain people because you have that relationship. With other people, you can't. So who do you have that relationship with where you feel comfortable saying something like that?
Most people here, but Ganji and Doug. If Will came to me and said, "Hey, I'm doing this TM," I'd make fun of him for it. Of course.
Who are you not afraid to give your opinion to? Who would you rather not give your opinion to?
Well, I wouldn't tell Howard that. I don't think I would. I don't think I would even say that to you.
I think if we were riding up in the elevator and I told you I was doing TM and that was the first you heard of it, you'd probably chuckle.
Inside, I would chuckle, and then I would tell you that I'm not into that. But we don't have that same relationship,
Gary, Howard said when you first had the list of who was going to do TM, he went through every person and knew who was going to stick with it and who wasn't.
That's right.
Now, do you think were his and your assessments off? Did anybody surprise you? I guess Sal bailed early.
Yeah, he thought that Sal would bail, and he thought that Ganji would bail. He thought that Jason and I would stick with it. And then,
how does he know that?
Just a guess. It's not.
I mean, he said on the air that Jason's disciplined. What the hell is? Who's he looking at?
What do you mean?
I mean, what's he? 300 now? 300 pounds?
Oh, weight wise, you're saying?
I mean, that doesn't look like a disciplined guy to me.
Can you be disciplined in some areas but not others?
I mean, I guess because, maybe he just chooses. All right, I'm not going to be disciplined when it comes to my weight, but everything else I'll be disciplined with. I don't know.
Well, when he was describing everyone, he did say that about Jason. When he got to Ganji over here, instantly he knew Ganji wasn't going to do it because he can't stick with anything.
Yeah, because of my weight. Yeah. Like he's basing it on my weight.
Well, is Ganji disciplined?
I don't know, man. I don't know who's.
That's a no, by the way.
Yeah, that's probably a no. Yeah.
Well, but he also said, Ganji, because of the way you were brought up, you've always been coddled.
I don't understand where he gets that idea from. Well, how was I coddled? I don't understand that.
Well, I mean, I could tell you how we think you were.
Right, tell me how.
Your father ran a business that he did very well in, and you guys all worked for him, and you never really. I mean, did you have to work growing up except for him?
Yeah, I had a paper route. I worked at Roy Rogers. I worked at a department store.
Oh, that's right. You worked at A&S.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
So you would describe yourself as just middle class, right?
Yeah, we were not rich by far.
Howard's under the perception that your father was a builder
who
was extremely wealthy and that you're a spoiled brat.
Total
That's his
class.
perception.
Yeah, I grew up in Queens. I grew up in a shitty neighborhood in Queens.
And then you grew up in a nicer neighborhood on Long Island.
Yeah, when I was 18 years old. By then I was already in college and almost out of the house.
Well,
so it wasn't like
college boy.
But that's definitely his perception. For whatever reason, he thinks that you were the spoiled brat of a rich kid.
Growing up, my mother would buy our shoes from the supermarket, from Pathmark, in that plastic, the bin. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have money growing up. We were broke.
Don't you think Howard feels though, if Ganji didn't get a job here at a young age, he never would have gotten a job at all?
I think now that we're thinking about, I'm trying to think about things that have been said in the past, and I think the perception is that if Ganji didn't get a job in our field, he could always fall back on his father's business. I think that's the perception.
Well, I see.
Oh, so I lucked out that my father had his own business.
No, I think he's
never
just
wanted to work there. It's not,
I'm not casting aspersions. I'm just saying, in his mind, he's thinking like, well, you never really had to work that hard because you always had a safety net.
Yeah, but that's like saying, like, I'm sure Howard's father could have got him a job where he was working. Everybody's dad can try to get their kid a job somewhere.
No, but your father owned the business.
Yeah, but but it's not like I was trained to work in construction. It wasn't like something I was planning to do as my plan B.
I've tried using Ganji for construction. It was horrible.
Yeah, I'm not. I
really?
He
knows nothing.
Really? I would think that you're. See, that's funny. In my mind, he's like an ace.
No, I hate it. I've always hated it.
He was literally nothing better than a pair of hands to hold something.
Now, Ganji has been able to succeed at the TM twice a day. We talked about that. But someone who has been able to do it is undisciplined Jason Kaplan.
Yeah, I heard I'm undisciplined. What's up with that?
Nothing. Scott mentioned that you're undisciplined because
I'm very disciplined. I go to McDonald's every day. It's hard to keep that kind of discipline up.
Okay.
No, listen, undisciplined would be if I was trying to diet and it was important to me, and I ended up being like Tim or Ganji, or going on and off diets every 2 seconds.
So you don't care if you're at what point are you concerned?
I don't know. I'll let you know when I get there.
Hey, can I just jump in? When was the last time I was on a diet? You're saying I'm jumping off diets every 2 seconds. That story he told was from 20 years ago.
It wasn't
like I'm on diets every 3 days.
Well, weren't you in one of our contests?
Well, so was I.
That was 8 years
that was
ago.
for money.
So wait a second. You want?
And I only was in the contest to make me win money.
So you're not would like the porn to dying people. You're dieting.
You would like the world to know that you're not trying to lose weight. You don't care.
I don't want the world to think that I'm this yo-yo dieter and I'm not doing anything and I can't. I haven't attempted to diet. No.
Oh, okay. I take that back.
Why did you decide to do the TM? Like, what in your life pushed you to
I just thought it would help me with some more focus. I would like to be more focused. I was feeling like I'm always tired. And part of one of the things they tell you is you can get some more energy, so I always feel tired. And I wanted a little bit more focus. I feel like in this ADD world now where like I have my phone, I have 2 computers at work. I'm like constantly looking between like TV monitor, like I'm starting to feel unfocused. And I thought it would help me.
And do you think you'd be able to get up a little bit earlier and do this now that we've talked about it?
I mean, I hope so. And that's my plan. I'm trying to go to bed. I'm trying to transition into going to bed earlier. So each night, I'm trying to go to bed a little bit earlier.
Well, if you take all these TM naps, you're not going to be able to go to bed earlier.
They're not naps, though. They're really not, and they're not. And
they're not sleep replacement.
And they're not sleep replacement, and there's no spirituality involved in a sense. Like I don't believe in any religion. There's nothing like that.
No, I never said that there was.
I know, but I'm saying that you are just one person who thinks it's weird. I said in the air today, I find it difficult to talk about because people really think that we're in some odd cult.
Describe it better though. You get out of this and suddenly you're like, wow, let me take.
But
on
I
the
didn't
day.
say that.
Or no, I'm trying to.
I'll tell you. I'll talk about something that's. Are you talking about the benefits of TM?
Yeah.
I mean, Gary, something I talked about in the meetings. I'm on prescription medication for my acid reflux, I've stopped taking it.
Wow.
No, but
Why
that
is
is
that
just
funny?
ridiculous.
But why is it ridiculous?
How could it have anything to do with your
Because it's-
physical reflux?
But,
Now
but
you
it
sound
does.
ridiculous.
So you sound ridiculous. It does.
So
if I told you,
so do you think the Sarno stuff is bullshit?
So hold on.
No, do you think the Sarno stuff is bullshit?
The
Your
way
mind
the
can't
way
help you?
Howard describes it, yes. Howard describes it. It'll cure all back pain, and you know, it's the cure for everything, which is I think is just bullshit. It may help. There might be a certain case.
I'm one of them. I can tell you right now. I went in and I was told to have an operation on my knee, which never happened, and I went to Dr. Sarno.
So why can't this help Jason's reflux?
Well, it is helping it.
Well, let me just ask you this then: could it also have helped him to go golfing and relax that way, and then his reflex would have
I don't
gone
think. I think it would be very. There's no proof that golfing cures acid
Can
reflux.
I just answer for myself for 1 second?
Real quick, Jason.
Okay. I'm very stressed out. I've been taking pills since high school for my acid reflux. I do plenty of stuff to try and relax. I smoke a lot of weed. I jerk off. I watch a ton of TV, which is John's version of TM. I do plenty of. I'm not play golf, but I have my own versions of relaxing. None of them have shown any results. I have not changed my diet. I have not changed my exercise habits. The only change I've made in my life is TM, and I've stopped taking pills. Now you can say for whatever reason that's fact. That's just fact.
Maybe you didn't need him in the first place.
Okay, well, I couldn't go a day without taking a pill until a
Maybe
month ago.
John. Maybe it'll cure your diabetes.
What?
Try it.
TM?
Yeah.
John has a disease.
I'm skeptical of that. I will admit that.
New Year's Eve, I drunk dialed our fans.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't hear about, you didn't read any of the many articles on this?
There were articles?
Yeah, there were tons.
I was out of the country.
I'll tell you the story of how it evolved. This New Year's Eve of mine.
Well, how could you drunk dial fans?
You go on Twitter and ask them to give you their phone numbers.
Oh, because I was going to say, I mean, you don't have their numbers in your phone.
No, but I got them rather quickly. I hadn't been on Twitter in a while. Beth is on Twitter now more than I am. She has an account that is now verified because there are about 1 million fake Beths. And so she's on there, and she always reports to me this and that and the other thing. And, I just said, I should probably tweet something. So I tweeted a couple of things, but not much. I don't like tweeting because I get so much negativity, and I'm actually sensitive.
You don't like being judged. You're now going to be a judge.
Yeah, I didn't go on Twitter to be judged. I have this weird impression that Twitter is your fans want to hear from you. But yet on Twitter, if you say anything, it seems like it's mostly...
You're evaluated.
You're evaluated. People go, stop tweeting. You suck.
Great tweet, rotten
Bad tweet. Yeah,
too many tweets.
Right.
Who cares what you have to say?
I have friends who tweet way too much. I mean, they tweet literally. I'm going to the store now. I'm going to the, and I'm like, wow, it's a little too much information for me. But I hadn't tweeted in a really long time. But anyway, this is a kind of a weird story. So as we all know, when we left you, I signed a contract to be on America's Got Talent for this coming year.
Yes.
Where I will be a judge. And so one of the people that I spoke with at NBC, it's not called NBC anymore. It's NBCU.
Yes, it's like a university. I thought they had opened a school.
That's why I joined up with them. I see that they're no longer NBC. They're NBCU.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm part of a big organization, like a college.
What is that, NBC Universal?
Yeah, because Universal, I guess, bought NBC. I don't even know that. I'm so out of it. I don't follow all that bullshit. I used to be into all of it, and now I'm not.
Well, we're out of that world. We used to be. in the midst of it.
Right. We're not in the midst of
Now
any
you're
world.
back. You're
Yeah.
back in it.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyway, one of the guys who was responsible for bringing me in to NBC and America's Got Talent is this guy, Paul Telegdi, who I mentioned, And Paul's a British guy.
Yes.
He's got the accent. Hello, Howard. How are
I
you?
think we talked to him before we left.
We did. There were a bunch of people, like Meredith R. and other people who were responsible for bringing me in, and Simon Cowell and all.
It wasn't a single person's decision.
It was a group decision, all the way up to the highest people at NBCU. Including Steve Burke. Everyone, everyone was in on this decision. But so anyway, we went off on vacation. And
leaving the news hanging in the air.
Leaving the news hanging in the air. And the soap opera that's my life. And about 3 days before New Year's Eve, I'm not sure exactly when it was, about 3 days before New Year's Eve, my phone rings. And I got that service that forwards my calls.
Yes, that wonderful service.
So usually I just don't pick up the phone. But all of a sudden it said, there's a call from, and I heard, Paul. So I knew it was Paul Telegdi.
That's the only Paul you've got.
Right. I figured, well, maybe he wants to wish me a happy new year because I'm his new guy at America's Got Talent. Who knows?
Come on, Howard.
Yeah.
It's you.
Well, it was Paul anyway. So I picked up the phone. I go, hey, Paul, how you doing? Happy New Year. He goes, Happy New Year to you. So I said, Paul, by the way, I'm really glad I signed up.
So he called you and you took over the conversation.
I did. Well, he said, hey, he says to me, he gets on the phone and he goes, hey, I just wanted to tell you, I heard you were saying a lot of good things about me. And I said, Paul, who would ever say anything bad about you? I'm a charming guy. What am I going to say? You know what I mean?
What is there to say bad about you?
I said, Paul, who would ever, I was like, wow, okay. But
tell me some bad stuff.
I go, Paul, who would ever say anything bad about you? He goes, well, that's very nice of you. He goes, I'm just thrilled. I just wanted to tell you that I knew you had said some things. And I said, Paul, first of all, I'm really excited about being on America's Got Talent. And if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't be doing it. You were very, very convincing and blah, blah, blah. And by the way, what do you think of the publicity? I think it's been fascinating how many people are talking about this. And he says, well, I'm glad you're happy with the publicity.
Oh, dear.
So I'm thinking to myself, Paul's being really weird. Like, what does he mean? All of a sudden, the wheels start turning in my head. I realize I'm not talking to Paul Telegdi.
Who are you talking to?
Paul McCartney.
Oh.
The Beatle.
What?
Yeah. So I realize it's Paul McCartney. I go, Paul, wait a second. Is this Paul McCartney? He goes, why, yes. He goes, Howard, I feel funny saying Paul McCartney. I just said Paul. I go, Paul, listen. I got to stop this conversation.
He feels funny identifying himself because everybody's supposed to know him.
Yeah. So I said, Paul.
You're not the only Paul.
Wait, I go, Paul, listen. I got to tell you what's going on in this conversation because you must think I'm fucking weird. I said,
yeah, you two are getting publicity.
He goes, what is all this publicity? I go, no, Paul. I go, listen. And I'm glad you're thrilled.
Are you two getting married?
And I must have sounded like such a fucking asshole because who talks about their publicity?
Well, you are. You thought you were talking about this to a guy you're in business with.
Right. So, and quite frankly, I was going to say to Paul, Ringo is the only Beatle that can use a first name because no one else is named Ringo.
That's right.
There's a lot of Pauls in the world. So I said, Paul, I thought you were a guy from America's Got Talent. Oh, really? What's going on there?
He didn't know?
No, he didn't know anything.
Oh,
I go, Paul, they tapped me to be a judge on America's Got Talent. Oh, I said, it's this thing I'm doing, and there's a guy named Paul who has a British accent, and I thought it was... I don't think he fucking knew what I was talking about.
He's lost in his conversation.
He didn't know. But
what was Paul calling about?
Paul was calling because he had heard that I had said some things about him. He was thinking. I realized what it was. I thought it was I was talking about his Linda's photography book. I think when I was playing the song "Ooh You," but I didn't remember what I had said or what it was, why he'd be calling me. But He was calling me with his wife. His wife I've met. They were calling to wish me a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Uh-huh.
That they just, were thinking of me, and they wanted to say hello.
And he had heard you were saying some nice things.
Right.
Wow.
So I can't tell you how exciting that was for me.
Of course.
Because I love Paul McCartney. I mean, who doesn't? Unless you're an asshole.
Well, as you said, who could say something bad about Paul?
Right, but I was talking about Paul Talegdi.
Well,
So-
in that sense, it was a good sentence.
So I turned to Beth afterwards. I said, "You're not going to believe who that was. That was Paul McCartney and his wife, Nancy." And I spoke to Nancy for a while.
But wait a minute. Your phone said Paul, and he just said Paul.
He said Paul.
Oh.
And I heard a British accent. Who the fuck is going to think Paul McCartney's calling them? Nobody calls me.
Oh.
My phone lays
He
dead.
doesn't even think he should tell a recording, Paul.
He felt like I don't
It's
know.
not like he was talking to a person.
Right. If he had said Paul McCartney, I would have been in business.
Right.
Well, anyway,
Might have fainted, though.
I got to tell you, I spoke to him for about 5-10 minutes about various things, various topics.
He probably got off the phone and said,
Oh.
I'm never calling him again. He's crazy.
Yeah, well, no. Then it got normal afterwards, and we
Okay.
started chatting about a couple of different things, about what he was up to, and he was talking about a tour, and he is going to be doing some stuff during the year. And I said, are you burnt
This
out?
should do America's Got Talent. Maybe you'll win.
Yeah. You know what I said to him? It's funny you said. I said to him, "Hey, Paul, with some practice, you could win America's Got Talent. I'm the judge. I would vote for you." I also told that to Billy Joel, by the way.
Is that right?
I said, "Billy, go on America's Got Talent. You'd win." So he could probably use a couple of bucks, right? Why not?
I don't know that Billy Joel needs money.
He doesn't need money, but why not?
It's never bad.
So after I hung up, I was like really on a high. I said, I said to my wife, that was really amazing that Paul. When I
In
was
your lifetime,
yeah, who would ever think that Paul
as
McCartney
a
would call
kid,
me? Right.
never, ever, ever dreaming that one day Paul McCartney would call your phone.
Right. So anyway, fast forward New Year's Eve, my wife and I were alone. We decided not to go out. And I was also, I was busy with family and stuff. There was all kinds of things going on. And so we sit down and we have some time to ourselves. And I'm talking to her and I said, that call that I got from Paul McCartney was unbelievable. I said, who could I do that for that I know?
That you could just make somebody's day.
Make somebody's day. So without missing a beat, Beth says, Marianne from Brooklyn.
Wow.
So I said, you're absolutely right. Marianne from Brooklyn has been the most loyal fan ever.
And never asked for anything.
Never asked for a thing.
The others ask.
Right? I said, and if I called her home and wished her a Happy New Year, I think she would really flip out.
Oh, my goodness.
Right. So I called Gary, and I got Marianne's number. The number Gary gave me must have been old because no Marianne. I got like, I don't know, like a doo-doo-doo. That number has been discontinued.
That's odd that we don't have her number. I mean, we talk to her almost every day.
Well, yeah, but I called Gary back, and I said, Gary, if you can, get me a good number on Marianne from Brooklyn because I do want to call her. So in the meantime, I'm sitting there. And Beth says to me, well, who else can you do that to? Or something like that. And I just said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on Twitter and I'll ask people for their phone numbers and then I'll call them. And they would like it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And she said to me, well, why don't you just tweet that you're drunk dialing? I said, drunk dialing? Who's going to know what that is? Evidently, that's a thing.
What is drunk dialing?
Drunk dialing is something you do, like when you get drunk, you call your old boyfriend or you call your old
like
girlfriend.
Richard when he called and
Right.
told somebody he was peeing.
You're right. He told JD, "I'm going to fuck you," or, you sexy bastard. Whoever
Will
he was,
Murray,
Will
I
Murray,
love you.
Yeah. He was calling Will. So I was just like, drunk dialing. No one's going to know what I'm talking about. She goes, no, they'll understand. They'll send you their numbers. So I tweeted that I was drunk dialing, and if anybody wanted me to call them, send me their number. Well, I got numbers.
Of course.
Yeah. So I took one at a time, and I started calling people, And like the first guy I called
We were talking for. We have the loveliest fans. We truly do. I mean,
these weren't the guys who write these hateful things.
No,
huh? You didn't find them.
No, it was like one person after another was so great. There was all kinds of reactions. Some people were rather chatty. Some people were like, "Oh, okay, Howard, thanks for calling." You know, almost like they didn't put their own number up. There were some people who got very shy. They clammed up on me. And then there were just some people who were like, okay,
and
man.
these were just phone calls. You didn't record them. You didn't.
No.
You just made the call.
And after I made each call, I posted that I called the person so they know it was really me.
Yeah.
And then when I was done calling, I did a couple hours straight.
Couple of hours?
Yeah, I got to about 60 people.
Wow.
Some people I left a voice message to because, oddly enough, by the time I got to them, they were not even there. So in between, Gary gets back to me with Marianne from Brooklyn's phone number. I call her home, no answer. I call her cell, no answer. I leave a voice message on both. And then a few minutes later, I said, she's going to be killing herself.
Right, but she missed these calls.
Yeah, she was going to freak out. So later on, I called her and I got through to her and spoke to her. But it was really kind of a nice thing to do. It was really great.
Sounds like a lovely gesture.
And then Jillian Barbary also tweeted her phone number privately, and I called her, and I called Jeff Jarvis, who was on Twitter, saying that this was, again, a revolutionary thing, that no one's ever thought to do something like this.
Yes, just like when you watch private parts with the fans.
Right. So this was like, and like Beth goes, why has no one ever thought of this? I go, because they're not original.
Or they're just lazy.
They're lazy.
They're not thinking.
Right. I said, now everyone will be doing it. Well, I drunk dialed for an hour, then I ate some dinner, and then I drunk dialed for like 2 more hours.
You had so much fun, you went back?
Yeah, and we just sat on the couch. The cats were in our laps, and we were dialing people and calling them and saying hello. And you know, it felt good actually.
Good.
And our fans were great, truly great.
Well, you know what? I think even those people who say rotten things would be great in person. They wouldn't be that mean.
Yeah. Marianne from Brooklyn.
Oh, my God, Howard. What can I say? I don't know how to thank you.
She was coming in her pants.
Oh, wait, Howard.
Where were you, Marianne?
I went to pick up Chinese food because my daughter's friends were getting ready for New Year's Eve, and my husband said it's going to be too crowded. I missed both calls, Robin. I was so bummed, you have no idea.
Oh.
How could it be that I missed Howard calling me? And then, like a couple, I think maybe, I don't know how, 2 hours later, an hour later, my husband said, I feel so bad you missed it. And I said, so do I. This is how I'm going to start my new year.
Yeah, I knew that she was freaking out.
She would be bummed.
So we just decided like about a half hour later to call her again because I just knew it would be like, she'd be like, oh, fuck. You know, if Howard finally acknowledged me and, yeah.
Howard, you get it. You get it.
Marianne will never leave her phone again.
I mean, you didn't take your cell phone with you?
Just to go pick up Chinese food.
Whoever calls her.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Marianne.
Howard, can I just say one thing? How bad did I sound? Was I really crazy? Or
No, you sounded great. We had a long conversation with her.
Was she calm?
She was calm. We had a nice conversation. Yeah,
I love you, Howard. You don't know how great that was, how you made my year, how everybody on Twitter, Facebook, whoever knows.
Thank you, Marianne. All right. Jeff Jarvis. Now, this guy's funny. Jeff Jarvis wrote me privately because I follow him and he follows me.
Yeah.
And he says, call me. So I said, okay.
Like you wouldn't?
Yeah, I would call Jeff. So he had his number there. I call it. And I get, this guy does not take calls from people with blocked numbers. So I wrote to Jeff, I can't call you because you have a blocked number. I mean, I have a blocked number. And he goes, that's not true. I don't have that. He goes, you must be, you don't know how to dial.
Your drunk dialing is off.
Yeah, he goes, you don't know how to dial. So I said, okay, maybe this guy knows what he's talking about. Maybe I hit the wrong number. And Beth was reading the numbers to me, so I know I wasn't dialing them wrong. I dialed again. I got the same fucking thing on Jeff Jarvis's thing. It said, you can't get through if you have a blocked number.
Right, unblock your number.
I wrote him again. He goes, very, very strange what you're saying. I don't have such a thing.
How dare I doubt you?
Yeah, so then Jeff tried he called his own number, and it turns out he's
blocked.
He's blocked. I couldn't call. I
There was a
tried.
nut job years ago who called us all the time, and I forgot that we blocked. So I missed this golden opportunity.
Yeah, but Jeff was following
you didn't get to Jeff?
Jeff was following my drunk dialing. He liked it.
It was magnificent. You know, you watch Twitter, and if you just do a search on Howard Stern, right, you could see it scroll by. and there were, first tens and dozens and 20s and hundreds, just people putting their numbers up there. And some people said, my God, you're putting your phone number on the internet? Well, we used to have phone books.
That's what I said to Beth. Beth goes, how can these people be putting their phone numbers on the internet? I said, they're in the phone book. What do they give a shit? I said, who's looking to call them? I think some people, some guy told me he got about 20 texts afterwards and things like that. But most people sit home. They got their numbers. They're public.
But it was a great thing to watch because, not to kiss your ass as usual, Howard, but you really understand that entertainment isn't just about putting out a product. It's about relationships. And you watched how your fans were going nuts saying, this is great, and I want to talk to you. And then you saw the aftermath of the calls. There was one guy who had you call a guy named Lou who's paraplegic. Yeah,
Lou. This is funny. I got one tweet. Guy said, can you call Lou? He's a paraplegic. I call his house. Now, Lou didn't know I was calling because
he was put up by somebody else.
I get Lou's mom, and she goes, hi, who is this? I said, it's Howard Stern. She says to me, look, what's going on here? My son's a paraplegic.
Don't fool around.
She thought someone was fooling. I said, ma'am, I'm telling you, I got a tweet from so-and-so. I'm drunk dialing. I understand Lou is a big fan, and I'm calling him to wish him a happy...
Did his mom understand drunk dialing?
She evidently did. So I never heard this term before ever. So I go, ma'am, I assure you, I am Howard Stern, and I'm calling your son to wish him a Happy New Year. She goes, okay. And you could just tell, she was so nervous that I was some asshole that was going to really fuck with her son. So we got on, and I'm talking to Lou. He was a great guy. We talked for a couple of minutes, and it was fun. It was a real good time. He was a sweetheart.
So did you regret calling anybody, or
not at all?
Fans was fine.
It was great. In fact, even when I got a voicemail, I left a message saying that I called, and I would have called more people, but it was so tedious typing on my fucking iPad each time afterwards. The whole process took me
to do the tweet afterwards.
All of a sudden, I'm like, I need an organization to do this.
Now, some people on Twitter were saying that they weren't taking your phone calls then, so they would get a voicemail and they could treasure it forever.
Yeah, well,
I don't believe that.
After a while, I stopped leaving voicemails because it was taking too long. I just if the phone rang like 20 times, I was done.
So what did you say when you left the voicemail?
I just said, hey, it's Howard, and Beth said, hey, it's Beth, and I just said, look, we were calling you because you wrote and wanted to wish you a Happy New Year. Stuff like that.
So unfortunately, the attention on Twitter this weekend was that Rupert Murdoch joined Twitter.
Yeah, I saw you writing that. Who cares?
Who cares? And I yelled at somebody at Twitter and said, this is much bigger news what Howard's doing.
Who wants to talk to Rupert Murdoch?
Amen.
Well, it was news across the country. I've got about 1 million television reports here. All right, Jeff, good almost talking to you.
Cheers.
Jeff Jarvis, the author of Public Parts. Public Parts.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried calling him, but...
He had his phone blocked.
Jason, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Howard. I'm a Gale speaker. You made our year on the first night. That was awesome.
You got a call?
I got a call. On my screen, excuse me, I got a bit of Gary there. On my screen, I was the third one to tweet my number, and it was painful to see Howard post, I called this person, this person, this person, and just keep going by me. And then finally we got the call. It was great.
Yeah, I try to go in order because I figure a couple of people were really bold putting their numbers up there at first, Well,
my screen might not have matched your screen, so I might not have been the third.
He wasn't skipping you.
Yeah, no, I didn't skip anybody, but after a while I had to because there were so many calls coming in. And then when I broke for dinner, that I realized that people had tweeted almost an hour and a half ago, so I had to move up a little bit because they weren't there anymore.
I was actually in the middle of tweeting a suicide note when you called.
Yeah, sure. Well, anyway, Jason, it was good to talk to you.
It was great. Thanks a lot.
Later.
Have a good New Year.
You too. Happy New Year. So as we all know, when we left you, I signed a contract to be on America's Got Talent for this coming year.
Yes.
Where I will be a judge.
There were a couple of things I thought over the break about that. First of all, you know you're going to be international.
That's right. Of course I know that, Robin. I am? I mean, of course I am.
They replay that show all over the world.
For all my relatives in Guatemala, I hope
they will see you now. They haven't seen little Howie in a long time. And then the other thing I thought is that, yes, on those nights that you're doing live shows.
Yeah,
what's that going to mean?
Well, I've got the schedule worked out. Gary can tell you.
Well, I was looking at our vacation schedule and saying, this is odd. So I said, oh, this must have something to do with your schedule.
It has everything to do with my schedule. You're on my schedule.
I was like, what are these weird dates?
They might as well make you a judge because you're on the same schedule as me. No, here's the weird dates. There are some, like when we tape for America's Got Talent, when we do like boot camp week and stuff like that, I took the week off the radio.
Okay.
You know, because we're entitled to a certain amount of weeks off. There are those random 1 days off because I have to go around the country on the weekends.
Oh.
And so like on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be taping. So I took a Monday off here and there.
I see.
Sporadically.
Okay.
Okay. Then when there are live shows, 5 of the weeks that it's like 10 weeks of live shows. 5 of the weeks that there are live shows, we're going to be off the radio, so I don't have to worry about staying up.
Okay.
Even though I still can't stay awake. They might cut to me and I might be asleep.
You stay on the same schedule pretty much no matter what you're doing.
Like there might be some really good talent and my head is going to hit that buzzer, that X, and I'm just going to be like...
Should we disturb Howard
and
ask
really
him
weird,
what he thinks?
When they were asking me if I would do the job, I wasn't being difficult, but I said to him, like, when you guys do those live shows, any chance you could start at like 5 o'clock? Like make it a late afternoon?
Well, then it's in nobody's prime time.
Yeah, I said 8 o'clock is so fucking late. They look at you like you're nuts.
Right.
I go, but what they did was the show this year, I think, is going to be on. I don't know if they even want me to say this, but.
Well, they got to promote when it's on. They want people to watch it.
It used to be Monday and Tuesday. I think it's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday, but I'm not exactly sure. You know, I don't know what it's going to be, but that would be like Wednesday night show. We don't work the next day some days, so
you'd be okay.
I'll be okay. And then there's only 5 Tuesday nights where I got to really stay up to like 10, 11 o'clock.
Really?
And then come in here.
Because
which I could do.
Times that we've taken off.
Right. But most times when they do the live show, we'll be off.
Mm-hmm.
And most times when we tape, like,
how long does that show run?
It's like from July to mid-September, and then there's 2 weeks off for the Olympics.
Oh, so it's not
a
huge. Long run.
The only reason I'm going to be gone a couple of weeks is that they tape stuff in advance.
Right. You have to do those trials, I guess.
Yeah.
Where you get all the contestants.
Well, yeah. And you go to a bunch of cities.
Yeah.
But one of the cities is New York, so that's cool.
One of the things I was wondering, because I just watched this interview between Oprah. You know, Oprah's back on TV.
Yeah.
They've got to find some way to get her on that network.
Yeah.
So now she's doing these weekly interview shows. Then she's going to do master classes, and she's doing some other special programming.
So why didn't she just do her show?
Yeah, that's what it's going to come down to eventually. She's trying every way she can not to, and eventually that's what's going to have to happen.
Don't you hope that network really fails? I mean, I think everyone hopes so, right? The Oprah network, I hope, you know?
I don't know whether I hope it fails. But anyway, I was watching Oprah with Steven Tyler.
Right.
And everyone is just giving him credit for reviving American Idol.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the way Oprah carried on, it was like you gave American Idol a shot in the arm. The ratings were better than it had been in years. And, you know, you brought a whole new freshness. I mean, Oprah was carrying on about Steven Tyler. I'm telling you, you're going to wind up with Oprah.
Yeah, and Steven doesn't even do, you know, like Steve. I love Steven, but he doesn't even do that much, right?
Well, you know, he sort of says he's Steven.
Yeah.
He says those crazy things that Steven says
Right.
and flirts with the girls and all of that stuff.
I
and
could do that.
That's so Steven.
Hey, you look nice. Well, yeah.
So anyway, I wondered if that had anything to do with your decision. You know, just seeing how it's changed, you know, America's
Steven?
perception of Steven.
No, you know what? I don't really care about America's perception of me. Honestly, I don't. That didn't enter into it. I'll tell you what entered into it. I love the fucking show. And I enjoy watching the thing. And I said, well, it would really be weird for me to be a judge on one of these shows. Like, it would just look weird.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing, like, even if, I don't know if you've been following some of these newspaper articles.
Oh, my God.
They put my picture next to Howie and Sharon, and it's really funny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the whole thing just seems surreal to me. And I like the idea of being on network television. I think that that's just funny. I just think the whole thing is funny, that I'm a judge on America's Got Talent.
Right.
And it's like NBC's #1 show and all that.
But, I mean, the same kind of thing sort of happened when, you know, they were talking about J-Lo and Steven taking over the American Idol thing. It was like, can Steven Tyler really judge anything? What,
Right.
You know, what is Steven Tyler really going to say?
Well,
is
think
it a good
about it.
idea for Steven Tyler to even be doing it?
Well, apparently, no matter what you do as a judge, it doesn't seem to affect anything because, you know, when you think about it, Steven just says positive stuff.
Right. And he even talked about how it kills him when people don't know they can't sing.
Right.
And, you know, like it becomes apparent that they can't sing. And when they look at him and say, what do you mean? My uncle says I can sing. He said it breaks his heart.
Yeah, well.
He can't even deal with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I understand what he's saying. I mean, I haven't done it yet. But, and I will tell people they can't sing or they can't juggle or whatever the fuck they do. I'm not going to sit there and stroke somebody who sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to say, look, man, you don't have it. You don't have it. There's no shame. Most of us don't have it. I'm not sure what I have. You know what I mean?
Well, is Sharon doing the show?
Yeah, Sharon's doing the show.
Well, when I last read, she hadn't said anything.
Well, you know, I'm assuming she's doing the show. I know Howie's doing the show.
Howie was a definite.
He's selling his house and moving to New York. He's doing the show.
Is he out of his mind?
The show's only on for a couple of weeks. But yeah,
it's not a year-round show.
I got a feeling he was doing that anyway.
I think so.
Yeah. But, well, one of the things they announced, this was interesting. A newspaper article came out while we were on vacation that said Simon Cowell, who is the executive producer or one of the producers, they're going to add a 4th judge.
Is that right?
For glamour. They want some glamour on the show.
Get Nicole Scherzinger. Just put her on every show.
I tell you, she's great to look at.
Yeah, well, she's glamorous.
Right. She's an idiot, but she's great to look at. There's so many things going on about this America's Got Talent. I would need 10 hours to tell you what's going on.
4 judges?
Well, wait a second. So my first reaction was like, well, how could they not tell me that they're adding a 4th judge? I started to get all worked up about it. And then I said, asshole. That's what I call myself. I said, get a grip on yourself. I said, this is exactly why you joined America's Got Talent.
Because you don't have to run it.
I don't run it. It's not my show. I'm one of the judges. They want to add a 4th judge. It's great that they didn't call me. I don't want any responsibility other than judging. If they want to make a panel of 600 judges on that show, let them do it. I want to just be a judge and do my thing.
Yes.
I'll walk in like a gentleman, give them my opinion, and go home. So I said, this is what's great about this show.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on now. They're planning the show. You have no idea.
How many years have I said to you, after a full career of planning everything I do down to my burps, all of a sudden, I'm in a position where I can go on a show and not have to worry about the show.
Well, that's what you would always say. You wanted a game show where all you have to do is host.
Like Deal or No Deal.
You know, like, I'll just read the questions, they'll answer, and I'm done.
Even reading the questions might be too much.
Have someone else read the questions.
Yeah, just have me stand there and go, deal or no deal. And so, to me, I said, this is the beauty of the thing. Don't get worked up. You know, right away.
What are you doing getting all concerned?
Oh, Robin, I'm a new man. I went, and you know what? And then I started to think about it. I said, you know, it'd be nice to have some glamour on the show. A nice hot chick sitting there.
Why not?
Bring in more people to the party. I mean, look, a lot of these shows who have 4 judges, it's too much. It's too long. You have to sit through a laundry list of
that's
opinions.
my only consideration.
Yeah.
I mean, again, and I saw a lot of people's reaction was the same as mine. Now I got to watch this show.
Right.
And now you're going to make me sit through 3 other judges? I only want to hear Howard.
You know what, though?
I love Howie Mandel, and I'll listen to him.
Right.
But I don't care what everybody else is saying.
Well, I just released. You understand? I said, this is beautiful. I don't have to worry about a friggin' thing.
Somebody else is doing everything.
That's right. No, I plan on going and giving my opinion and leaving. And that's how they described the gig to me. Like, you don't have to do anything else. You just go in and you give your opinion and then you leave.
Right.
They said you do have to sit around a lot while they set up each act, but not on the live show.
No, because they get it. What do they have? A couple of different stages or something?
See, you think I'm an expert on this. I assume they do.
Because they got to keep those shows going.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what goes on. Because like sometimes when they have somebody come out and sing, you notice they move the judges out?
No, I didn't know that.
I sometimes see that. Wonder where I go.
I don't watch the show. How could I see that?
I see everything. I want to know where I'm going to be moved to.
Get out of here.
Get out. Move away. I think some artists don't want to appear to look like they're being judged. You know what I mean?
These aren't artists. These are contestants.
No, I'm talking about when they have like real singers on.
Oh, that's when they move the judges out.
Yeah,
they probably need more stage.
Yeah. I wonder
because
where
they
I go.
have dancers.
I just want to know where I go.
Stand over there, Howard.
I'm like, what do I have? Like, do I have a trailer or?
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know, though.
When they do the...
I remember, like I'm thinking of the American Idol situation, and you'd always see, and even in the America's Got Talent, I'll watch some of the beginning shows, and you'll see Howie running around pranking.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're in a studio, and they have dressing rooms.
I got to tell Howie not to fucking prank me, because I'll kill him. I'll just smash his head into a wall. Like, you don't want to fuck with me. Because I'm nuts.
There was a murder on the set of America's Got Talent.
He's going to prank me. And you know what my prank back is? I hit him over the head with a hammer, knock him out. I'm not real good with pranks. I'm one of those guys who can dish it out, but I can't take it. I admit that.
That's funny.
Right, yeah. Oops, I accidentally killed Howie.
I know, there have been a couple of times we've pranked you if you wanted to kill us.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's not a good idea. Right. You think Howie Mandel is better looking than me? I guess he is, huh?
No.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
I'm the hot guy on the show.
But you both have look, look. Howie went to the bald thing,
I went to the hair over my face thing. Yeah, I think he's hotter than I am. He's in better shape than I am. And he's younger than I am, I think. Although maybe he's older.
Maybe a couple of years. Maybe you're the same age.
Could he be older than me?
I don't know. I thought you were the same age for some reason or other.
Maybe we're about the same age. But, yeah, I'm trying to figure out who the hot guy on the show is.
Howie was born November of 55.
So he's younger than I am by a year.
By a year.
Yeah. Let's see, because if I'm born in 54, let me just do some quick math. So if he was born in 53, he'd be older than me. But if it's 55, it's a year later. Yeah, I'm right. I know you were having trouble with that, Robin. I like to show you how I figure that stuff out.
You've confused me now.
Yeah.
Do that
Well, what
again.
you got to do is figure out, like 54 is an older year than 55.
Right.
See, then I know I'm older.
Okay.
But you could get confused and think something else.
Yeah, because 54 is a smaller number.
Yeah, that's the confusing part. Because you go, oh, he's younger. He's only 54. So you think I'm better looking than Howie Mandel?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But on camera, I look bad.
What?
You know what I mean? At certain angles.
There was a picture that I saw somebody put on the internet. They were really using the picture for editorial comment.
Uh-oh.
And the headline was, NBC hires pervert. And it was, my goodness, the worst picture. You had a beard, like you hadn't shaved in a couple of days and your head was down. And
like those guys who live near, like, elementary school.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have taken this job.
That's what that was the one that hurt me. I was like, look at this.
I was done with all this scrutiny. Being safely here on Sirius XM, kind of coddled and put away my nice little niche programming. Now all of a sudden,
I think there's going to be such a turnaround. I see this being like huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to start doing commercials.
Hey, that'd be cool.
You're going to get endorsement deals.
Yeah, I want to do like a Pepsi commercial.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Howard Stern. You know what I like? Pepsi. This shit is fucking great. It's they can. You wouldn't believe it. It's sugared water, and what we do is we start kids on it very young. And then they become obese. But who cares? I'm getting paid. You know what I should do? I should do cigarette ads. I'll bring those back. Hi.
Do it during the show.
Yeah, I'm
Live.
smoking.
Just smoke during the show?
You know, hey, a lot of us smoke. Especially you kids out there. We need you to smoke. There's a lot of jobs being lost in this country.
Tobacco industry, great industry.
All right. I'll endorse the most heinous product. Gary was asking me, he goes, don't you have to like go and do press with Howie and Sharon, like do press photos and the commercials? I said, not that I know of. I hope not. Like,
well, of course you do.
No, I don't. I don't have to do anything. I'm obligated to judge. That's what I'm doing. I'm going in there and I'm judging.
Now, how do you think it will be?
You're not going to do any talk shows.
If I do, I'll do them because I want to do them. I'm going to go do, maybe if I'll do Dave Letterman or something. Like I'll do that, and maybe I'll do Matt Lauer's show.
Just before the show starts.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Now, how do you think it'll be if you do the show this summer and everything that we think will happen, you'll become big and you'll just transform the show?
I am big.
No, but bigger. But,
well, who needs to be bigger?
I'm just saying, and so
that's what.
No, but the show becomes big.
The show becomes big
and
because
it
of you.
becomes,
Oh, okay.
You know, a lightning rod. People want to interview you. because
People
of it.
magazine wants to put you on the cover, not the three of you, just you.
Oh, okay. If I have the energy and I'm available, I'll do it.
Do you think that'll cause friction with the other two?
No, they don't
Who
care.
cares?
They're so happy.
Who cares if it causes friction?
You can't
Well, because you got to go work with these people.
You got to be out of your mind if you have any kind of friction on that show with anybody, because it's the greatest gig ever.
Wait, you guys are making it sound like
You're
it's...
telling me Howie Mandel will be...
Piers was like the far and away judge of the show. Nobody really, said much about Sharon and
Sharon and Howie are going to be...
Howie?
They got a great gig. They go in, they judge, they must pay him a bunch of money, and then they go home. I mean, what is to be unhappy about? What do they care if I get noticed? Listen, I had
That's
a career.
all good for them.
I had a career before Howie and Sharon.
But it's all good. It's really good.
You're talking very logically. People don't always think logically.
I don't think
let me tell you
Sharon's going to
something.
have a problem.
I have no problem talking sense to people. If anybody has a problem, they can come see me.
I mean, Sharon sat next to Simon Cowell. She
Right.
knows what she's doing.
Right. Sharon knows how the game's played. What if Sharon comes back to my trailer and says, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Ozzy doesn't fuck me that much anymore. I need you to give it to me.
Come on, Howard. Let's have an on-set romance.
Come on, Howard. Come on, governor.
Give it to me.
Give it to me.
Mr. Riley Martin.
Hey, how are you?
Welcome back, sir.
Come here, darling.
Oh, this is Mrs. Riley Martin.
This is Mrs.
Welcome. Nice to see you both.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, Riley. The Coming of Tan.
The Coming of Tan.
Coming to Kindle.
Yes, of course. You can go to Kindle, Amazon Kindle, and get the book now. It's cheap. And then you can put it on your computer, your iPod, your iPad, your I do and I don't, or whatever. You know. Hey, sweetheart, how are you?
Now, just as importantly, you haven't spoken to Howard in a long while.
It's been a long time. Shall we go in there? Right in there, dear. And, these are my crew. That's Matt Panther. That's my white son. my white son from
Hey, guys.
Georgia, and this is Ron McCauley.
Hey, know me.
And this is my driver, Al Soprano Trabuco.
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
How you doing? Riley. So do you look forward to seeing Howard, or do you have a beef with him today?
Well, I mean, you would think that after 6 years plus on the air, that ultimately they would cut me some kind of slack and give me a little more than one stinking hour at the midnight hour every week and what have you. The show is very popular, and I think it's definitely a valuable asset to Sirius XM. And I have diligently, worked continuously. And I should think that it's about time now, simply because I don't think you'd have anybody else working for you for 7 years and don't even give them a cost of living break or anything of that nature. So I think that's rather shitty. You understand?
Absolutely. Perhaps today you can really state your claim and Howard will listen to you. Perhaps today is the day.
Let's say hopefully so. I wish the gentleman well. I consider him a friend of mine. Nonetheless, he has not reciprocated to me in all of this time. And I don't know why. I may be a bit abrasive at times. But as my wife can tell you, I have the most sweetest and dulcet personality that you're ever going to run into and all that. Heavens forbid that I should say something, like, hey man, why you being a cheap-ass Jew or something like that. Heavens forbid I should say that. Nonetheless, I look forward to talking to him today, okay?
All right, Riley. Good luck today.
Yeah.
Riley Martin has been a part of our show. There's a strange thing that Riley's show now has been on the channels, I think, the longest, right, out of any of
Yeah,
these.
I think it was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's weird because the show now has morphed into people just calling up and making phony phone calls to Riley.
Yeah, nobody really listens to the babble about other worlds.
Yeah, nobody, I think, cares about
And the
aliens.
end of this one.
I think everyone's heard that alien story a million times. So here's some samples of what's going on Riley's show.
Here's Franklin in New Jersey.
Hello, Franklin in New Jersey.
Hey, guys, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Franklin.
Hey, I was wondering if you were going to address all these prank callers on the Howard Stern show tomorrow, if you're still going on. And I was also wondering if your New Year's resolution is to keep ripping people off and to keep sucking Iran and Matt Panther.
Yeah, well, I mean, what I'm saying, but if that is your New Year's resolution, you keep doing that, son, but only do it with another adult, okay?
Idiot. Next call. This is Gary in New Mexico.
Hello, Gary in New Mexico.
Yeah, I was thinking, for resolutions, you should really stop sucking Iran's cock.
Yeah, right. And you should try to go and eat Carl Rose poop.
Well, anyway, so, and it goes on all night.
All right, next call. This is Roy in Texas.
Hello, Roy in Texas.
Hey, Riley. Hey, did you get drunk on New Year's Eve, or are you too busy drinking Iran semen?
No, but you keep on doing that, son. But I'll just stick to my Miller Lite beer, okay?
Idiot. Next call. This is Brad in Phoenix.
Hello, Brad in Phoenix.
Happy New Year, friend Riley. Happy New Year, Iran.
Happy New Year, Brad.
Happy New Year.
I just had a question. Do the Biavians celebrate New Year's, or is it the same way that you do, by sucking a bunch of turkey?
Yeah, well, no, that's what you do.
Oh, my goodness.
So anyway, it's turned into quite the fun fest, that hour or so that Riley does. And anyway, here's Riley, and he has an entourage with him of about 6 people today.
What?
There he is. There's Riley and his gorgeous wife. Gorgeous wife. Anyone who thinks Riley can't get hot chicks is sadly mistaken. You are a beautiful, beautiful woman. You really
and you
are.
look sane.
Yeah, and you look normal and everything. I mean, hot.
Wow, how does that happen?
I mean, I would make love to you beautifully. I really would. I would make beautiful love to you. Are you 100% human, or are you from another planet?
No, I'm 100% human.
You're 100% human. And how did Riley get such a gorgeous woman like you? Everyone thinks Riley can't get the beautiful. I mean, you're a beauty.
Well, thank you, Howard. But
Right, Riley? I mean, really?
Yeah. I mean, otherwise, Howard, miraculous things happen when you mess with the space cowboy.
synchronicity.
A lot of people can't believe I got a beautiful woman to marry
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
But I
Howard.
have to tell you, Howard, it was because of your show when you were on terrestrial radio.
That's how you met Riley?
1996. Yes.
Don't blame us.
Yeah.
A lot of.
How did Riley court you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an amazing story.
Actually, I pursued him.
Were you a believer in what he had to say about him being taken away by space aliens? A lot of people don't believe, you know.
You believe.
You believe.
Oh, I did. I always did as a child.
Do you still believe?
Oh, yes, of course.
You do. Because you couldn't be married to Riley and not
buy
believe,
the story,
right?
No, I always
Right.
believed as a child. Even
He doesn't come home at night after all this and go, you know that stuff's a bunch of...
He's never
Well, I mean, Robin, if you're keeping up with current events, you know, Science Channel and all this type of stuff, I wrote this book better than 25 years ago.
The Coming of Tan.
Yeah, The Coming of Tan. And they are now revealing a great deal of the things that I've already written in there, even the concepts and things of this nature, and the history of mankind colluding with extraterrestrials back down through history, all the way back to ancient Sumeria. Now, they are bringing this out now, but they didn't do this when I wrote the book.
Right.
Now, Joy, you're obviously a beautiful woman. You could get a lot of men. I don't think men were a problem for you. Am I correct?
No.
Oh, she
Not
used to
really.
model, man.
I can believe it. Yeah. In your breasts, in your body, I can see you in great shape. I looked her over. I mean, you look terrific.
Well, I don't blame you.
Is Riley a great lover physically? And has he made love to you? I mean,
What do you think? Of course.
He has. And at what point you meet him? At what point does he propose?
Okay, well, can I back up
I want to hear the whole story.
Well, I'm going to, shorten it. But it was in 1996, and I was in it. Now, this is where a lot of synchronicity comes into place because, the coming of tan. I was in a tanning bed in New Hope. No.
Be careful with that, by the way.
No, I know.
Yeah.
In New Hope, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
And the gal before me had your show on.
Right.
And I'm sorry to say, but I didn't listen to you back then. I heard his voice.
It's a commanding voice.
Well, a lot of people are drawn to his voice, but it was also the subject matter. I heard,
Were you abducted as a child?
No.
You were not?
No.
Okay.
No abduction.
So you meet him, and you fall...
But how does she meet him? She hears him on the radio. You start contacting him?
The story gets a little funnier, too, because...
I'd be scared to contact Riley.
Yeah, really. What
If I was a
make you
woman.
do that?
I thought it was actually his telephone number. It was his publisher's telephone number. And it turned out his publisher lived like 10 minutes down the road from me. And I said, well, let me come and get the book. But it took me a day and a half to get through because you guys they were deluged with telephone calls to get the book. I'm serious. That was back in 1996. So
how'd you meet him?
Well, it was very difficult because
he's a hard guy to get a hold of.
It's hard to get to Riley?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I pursued him because he even wrote in his book, I can remember, page 313 of the first edition.
Well, you really are in love. 300.
Wow.
Maybe you are a little wild.
It's sad. Right. At no point do I give my whereabouts, but those who are meant to meet me will do so at a given time.
Right.
And I kind of connected with him through his publisher.
And so,
please do not try to ply me with copious amounts of sex, Robin. I'm telling you, I'm not that kind of guy.
You definitely go up a notch when you're seen with this woman. I mean, there's no question about it.
I hunted him down.
Maybe I
hunted him down.
Yeah, with what you are paying me.
Now, Riley.
It was not for my money, Howard.
Right, she went for you.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a meeting of the minds.
You cheap bastard.
Right.
So wait
Riley,
a minute, you
how
meet
often?
Riley.
All right,
how often do you?
There's more to this story.
I'm going to get to the story in a minute. How often you